Hi guys. Hello everyone. Hi guys. Honey Bing Vlogs. Hi Honey Bing Vlogs and of course Ryan Koy. Hello Ryan Koy. Thank you so much Ryan Koy. Honey Bing Vlogs. Shout out. It's my first time to see you here in my live stream. Well, wait, wait. Okay, I'm already subscribed to you though. So, but anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining there in the chat. So, how's life lately, guys? Wait lang ha. How's life lately? And how's life lately, Ryan? How's life lately, Honey Bing Vlogs? So, wait. Thank you for the hearts, Honey Bing Vlogs. Wait, add as moderator. So, there you go. So, enjoy. Oh my gosh. So I know, right? I didn't actually had a live stream last week, Friday, because as like I've said prior Wednesday prior to Friday, days before Friday, I had an appointment. So actually I had my examination. We have an exam, guys. So hopefully it will work. Like I will be passed by that past, I will be passed at least 80%. So but anyway, it's not if it will not I will not pass, well, there's another more and it's free, so no worries. Hello Yamaki, kumbawa. So yeah, that is why. So sorry if I haven't really actually posted it in my community post, but I think why you don't have, okay, you already have a moderator, Honey Being Vlog. So for y- for our friends, even though you just got here inside, and I have to check if you have a channel, or if you don't have a channel, I still give you, as long as you're being just be yourself, respectful, especially for people in the chat. And sometimes if I have a person with me in the panel, so that's all that matters. So everyone is free. Hi, of course. What's up, Miss Manny and friends from Steel? Hello Steel, how are you? How's life lately? Oh my gosh. As much as I want to have a topic, but we can be random anyway. It's what it is. It is what it is here in my channel. No matter how I have a topic or not, we can always be random. How are you guys? How I hope you doing great, especially looking forward for another weekend na naman. Hello Steel, that's from BJ Support Group. Hello, big case. How to pronounce your name? Everyone, please enjoy your day today and always don't let nothing or no one steal your joy, ladies and men. That's from Steel. Oh my gosh, you guys, your name is so creative. Meanwhile, my name is just actually Miss Money is actually my real life nickname. So I like it because that's how I feel I'm more connected to you. Big Easy. Big Easy or Mark. Ah, okay. Big Easy. Big Easy. Okay, that's how to pronounce your name in there. So thank you so much for that. So yeah, and then that's it. And I thought I'm gonna do live streaming last Wednesday as well, but unfortunately I haven't. I think that's the time that I just uploaded my new vlogs. It was fun. It was fun. And since I got here, aside from my community with in the school, which I'm surrounded with Filipinos. You know, my classmates are Filipinos. Um, aside from that, and then the community, like that's the first community, like a fiesta. That's the first fiesta that I've joined. So that's a good thing here. It's like you have you have some choices to go to, especially upcoming May is a fiesta month in Philippines, and then the Filipino communities here are bringing that kind of tradition. So it's not it's like everyone is get together and it's free. And if there is a Filipino community gathering, expect that there's a lot of foods, as you can see in my vlog. And aside from that, um there's also always music, singing, and it was fun. And expect that if you go there, people are really so lively. If you dance, they see you dancing, they will dance with you a little bit, they will groove a little bit. So it's I love that we went there, I no regrets. Especially that we have to travel like an hour, more than a little bit more than an hour. So it's worth it because it's very important. It's very important to really go back to 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 the kind of people that you can relate to. And yeah, just good vibes, and what else more. So yeah, as you can notice, guys, I'm my breathing is already a little bit heavy. And but it's nothing, it's just normal. They said it's just normal being in the third trimester. So hopefully after a month, so we're counting weeks na lang. Actually, month, weeks. We're only counting weeks to have my full term. So any time after 2 weeks from now. So if ever I cannot do live stream, so I hope you guys won't forget about me. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, big easy. And I hope you guys will not give up on me, because I really love this community. I've been doing a live stream or have my channel since, I think that was 2019. So but then it's just I think that was 2023 that I went back and live streaming again, like totally me doing the channel. Welcome. Thank you so much, Big Easy. So yeah, and then what else? Uh, so much. So by the way, happy birthday for those for those who are having a birthday this month, especially this day. I don't know why. Like it seems to me, I know a lot of friends that having a birthday today, or like personally, I know somebody personally that has a lot of that has having a birthday today. I think three. I have a classmate. Yeah, and personally, like personal people that I know that having birthdays today. So whoever is watching right now or gonna be replaying this video, happy birthday, everyone! Happy birthday, you all! So what else are we going to talk? So glad that I can see a little bit of sun today. It's been raining for these past few days, but the good thing is it's not cold. So as long as it's not cold, although there's wind, but um, there's nothing cold. As long as it's that, I can now wear something like this outside, because most of the time during winter I only wear something sleeveless if I'm in a room, or yeah, something like this in my studio. But oh my gosh, outside I cannot on winter, but now I can. So as long as that. And what else we have? So yeah, meanwhile, while I'm not actually on live streaming, I'm not on online. So most of the time I always have a heart to heart talk with Boots. Yeah. Please tell Boots sup. Yes. I don't know if he's here in the live stream. I don't know if he's watching because probably he's preparing something because he's gonna drive. And but for sure, one thing for sure, he will replay this. So it's very important to have somebody that is very supportive, but meanwhile also a healthy criticize somebody who can criticize you in honest way. It's very important in that way because that's how you grow. Like there is no bias. And Jose Francisco, hello Jose Francisco. They have a channel like, okay, but anyway, I'm gonna give you a link. I mean jacket. So there you go. Okay, you have a video about Magandang Gabi Mga Kalingap. That was 2 years ago. So I'm gonna give you a jacket, and you're very much welcome to join here, and especially in the chat. So I know and lately, I don't know why. So, oh, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I don't know why, guys, but lately I have, I don't know, maybe because I'm here or what. It's lately I have a lot of friends, single lady friends that's asking me if I know somebody that I can ship them with. And I was thinking before, like, actually, it's not my thing because I feel like it's so risky in my part to ship people, especially for the guys. Okay, I know them personally. I have worked with them, but the thing is for men, for the guys, I don't want them to put into something. I'm not really sure if it will work or well, it depends on them if it works. But like the risk kind of the risk factor to it. Well, let's see how can I come up. How long how long is the name list? Waiting. How long is the name list? What does that mean still? How long? So yeah, they've been asking about if I can ship them with somebody, maybe the expat living overseas. Do they want mail order brides? Hi, expat living overseas. That's Adam. This is Adam. Hello, welcome to this live stream. Do they want mail order brides? No, it's my friends are females. Okay, so I've not talked to expats like male expats. I haven't talked to somebody asking me if I know somebody. So it's not a male, they are actually females. How many names for the baby? Ah. Actually, we already have the name still. We already have the name. So, yeah. Giving a name to the baby is very exciting. It's fun part. It's a fun part. So, yeah, I wish I had made it here, no? Like, but we already actually had a name. Do they want mail order brides? So that's the thing. Mail order brides are not legal not legal in Philippines. So as much as possible, I don't want to call it or associate it as a mail order bride kind of thing. It's like um but let's see what we can do in the future. So they're not male, huh? They're female. My friends are female from Cebu. They are Cebuanas. So and since I'm not rich, I can't help them with money or whatsoever. As long as you don't ask me to borrow money because I'm not rich. Okay. So it's like, okay, if that's how you want me to help you in that way, because we never know as well, in the other side of the world, there's male out there that also wants to to know somebody in a way that they can trust. I don't know really. Let's see in the future. So I can't promise anything what I can do, but let's see in the future. And as a friend, I'm just here. I'll be here to talk to them, as listen to them what's gonna, how can I help them. In my family, we named the kids from someone that passed on. Oi, what kind of is that? It's just a family tradition still. Someone that passed on. In Philippines naman, it's for us the way we give names before, like in my age, during my age, it's the combination of the parents, the mother and the father. And sometimes the first I mean the names first, it's always starts with, most of the time, after the father's name. Like for example, my father my father's name is M, starts with M, so all of us starts with M. So we only have different name, like that start of not letter M, because he has same birthday to my mother. So his name, my brother, was started different. I mean, to after my mother's name, because they have the same birthday. So he's the only one that's not letter M. How are you doing, Miss Manikoy? Oh, I'm doing so great. I'm doing really, really great, Ryan. Thank you so much for asking. But how are you? How about you, though? Yes, in my family. Oy. But that's actually like that's also nice. Yeah, especially with after your father or your mother, that if they're not around anymore, or your grandfather, yeah, why not? It's also nice. But nowadays, it seems like more of like the modern kind of giving the names, no? As long as it sounds good, and it complements with the last name. I think that's how we actually, okay, the way we choose the name is just after Put's name, you know. Yeah, because we already have a trend, so that's how we decided to choose the name. Oh, thank you so much, Ryan, for the super sticker. So that's so nice of you, though. I'm doing good. I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, how's the weather in Australia? Is it now not raining anymore? So, and I don't know, like it's yeah, that's how we actually give the names, by after. That's the one that we followed now, like giving the name after the first name of the father. So yeah, that's what we do. And it also complements with the last name as well, so it was raining here today. Yeah, it sucks, but definitely we also need rain, especially for the plants. So after you notice the plants, after a day of raining, especially on springtime season, and the next day all flowers bloom. It's so amazing. It's so magical to think that way, because in Philippines we used to have a lot of rain, and we don't even pay attention to it, that there's something good when after the rain, because I don't know, maybe because people there are not much into planting. Here I learn a lot about planting. Although I've already been interested with farming things, but I have not really started to I thought it's just okay, you plant, you plant, you put the seeds in the soil, then yeah. I thought it's just as simple as that. So it's also something with, you know I think, associated science. I don't know, it takes a lot of care. So what else? um I was actually thinking of doing karaoke, but I don't know. I know you guys don't really much into karaoke. If you introduce people, make a disclaimer after meeting, don't complain to me. Oi, you make a disclaimer after meeting. Oy. Yeah, that is why actually I'm also very skeptical about it. I'm it takes a lot of study. It takes a lot of preparation, something like that. I don't know how to start it because matchmaking is not really my kind of field. I'm not much into, although I'm just into playing people, like teasing them with matchmaking, especially like Wishy, if you notice, but it's still up to them really. So let's see what we can come up. I think I already have four or three friends that reach out to me, and so for whoever may be lurking or interested also, especially for the male, because I don't know if it works. I don't know if it's something interesting for some male, especially for those who are lurking or those who will be replaying this in the future. Please let me know in the comment, in the future, after this, if you come up to this video, I mean to this live stream. So just let me know if it's a good idea. So yeah, how is your pregnancy going, Miss Manikoy? Oi, it's quite actually I find it easy here, Ryan. So I am so blessed that I am surrounded with a person that's really so passionate with taking care, and I didn't even feel like, unlike because during my first experience, you guys already know that I have a daughter. So during my first experience, I was very independent. I was just doing everything since the beginning, from from first week, first day, everything. I have to do it on my own. And I'm like, I was actually okay with it. I had fun with it. It's like every day I feel like every day I feel like because I was like 26 years old during that time, and I feel like it's a real life doll. I'm having a real life doll in the future. I'm looking forward to have a real life doll in the future. That is how I feel. And now at the age of 37 years old and having a husband, so I feel like it's more of um it's nice to have being valued. Somebody is taking care of you instead of you just being alone, and I'm very grateful for that. It's a very nice experience, so it makes everything easy for me, Ryan. And that is why for you guys, for you, or your partner is pregnant, it's very important your moral support. Even just your presence is very important emotionally. The growth, especially emotions, is like it gives a huge impact for pregnant women. It's very important for her to have that kind of emotional support, uh, to bring people together, to bring to bring two people together. You need know their likes and dislikes. Yes, also that. Thank you. You want to say hi? You want to say hi here? My daughter. So to bring two people together. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be having, actually, okay, I'm gonna having, maybe I will. You're going there now? Okay. Drive safe. So I'm gonna be having some list of questions. By the way, I have a guest here. You wanna say hi? You just say hi. Look, you're so pretty there. You just say hi. Hi everyone. Hi. She's shy. So actually that's my daughter, guys. Thank you. Yeah, you're not allowed here because you're still a child. In the video, in the vlogs, you're okay. Yeah, enjoy your day lang. Mama's still live streaming. Yeah, I'm going to I'll be considering these questions. Thank you so much for this, Adam. So mine, maybe you want to come up with me the panel. You guys are welcome actually. So likes and dislikes, actually, that's gonna be one of my question in the future. Likes, and I'm having a pen and a notebook here always. No likes. You know, even though there's already a Google Note, keep notes or whatever online, we can do notes online. I still love the idea of pen and notebook. Ever since ever since when I elementary days, primary schools, and especially high school, I always like the notebook and pen. It's nice to write, just writing. Inspiration starts with feeling valued. Yeah. And that is one of the beauty of having a partner, and very supportive with each other. It's like you're on a journey that you're very sure that you will not feel alone, and it's really something beautiful, and it's like you can make a lot when there's two of you, rather compared when you're only one. Although it's all right, but at least when you're in one project or you're in a mission, it makes things easier, and closer to accomplishment. Oh, diba? Hi, Empress. Uy, she already went there, Ryan, by the way. Nice, good. Hello, Yamaki. That's from Ryan. So I think I was like, did I inspire my friends? In what way? Because they're messaging me if I know somebody, something, somewhere. Like, did I inspire you guys? If I did, it's my own. I mean, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to inspire you. If it happens, they have to know no political correct answer. Be real. Yeah, that will be my that will be my goal still, because if ever I'm gonna be doing it, I also don't like to be so scripted. I want them to feel comfortable talking to me, just like how we are talking, like a usual day, like a normal friend vibes. I feel more complete with my wife by my side. Oh, expat. Oh, blessed all the husbands that's very hands on, no? Di ba? That's very hands on to their wife. Bless all you guys. You make a difference really in a family. So I do believe that, I still do believe it, that even though we're already in the modern times, but I still do believe that being a man, you should be the one who will lead your family. You should still be the one, the pillar of the house, because we know that you're more logical. Hi, Icy Koy. Sorry naman kasi nag-live ako ng mas maaga. So, you'll be the one who is more logical. Your emotions are more stable, because for us, for women, no matter how you deny it, but us women, we have this kind of hormonal imbalance sometimes, and it affects how we decide. It affects how we react. When we are on the verge, we are in the verge of our emotional turbulence, especially when there's you notice when a lady is almost on her menstruation, she becomes very emotional, less radical. I don't know. So, kikinig here po, trying to cook today and I'm not finished yet. Oh, lala. Okay, yeah, just take your time, Isikoy. Cook something, make sure it's delicious. Always delicious naman. Ryan, Koy, and everyone, all of you. Hi, Icy from Steel. I tell men to be a good man and not the nice guy. Hi, Steel from Icy. You know, like at the end of the day, it's not really how you look. If your shirt is ironed or not, if your if your hair looks good, it's not like that. It's how you treat, it's how you are as a man to your woman in your family, how you are as a father. It that one lingers that one lingers the most permanently. Hi, Aura, because that beauty, like physical beauty, that fades over time. We all become old. We all will look like raisins. None of us are really immortal. I mean, only I see I know is immortal. Happy 200 years old, Icy Koy. Trying with a lefty. Oy, Icy is now a lefty. Hi, Aura. How are you, Aura? Icy on YouTube. Hola. So, I tell men to chase the heart instead of beauty. Exactly. There's a lot of deception with beauty. There's actually a lot. Don't be deceived by beauty. And that's what I noticed. 200. Oh, okay. Sorry. She's already 201. So Icy is the only immortal in this community. No one else. So let men be men. Let men be the leather at the leather? Ano to? Timberland shoes lang. So let men, you as a man, you should be the one to guide. If your woman doesn't respect that, then let her know who is the person, who is the man in this family. So I'm not trying to say like, oh, you should be always submissive, you should be. No, I'm not trying to say like that, but it's quite different when we as a woman, we let our men lead us, because we know definitely our emotions are not stable, you know. Nice guy, get treated like suckers. Be the bad boy but good without them knowing. Ah, yeah, exactly. Still, especially nowadays. Especially nowadays with a lot of social media, you announce that you help somebody, you announce that you're a good person, but it's not. People don't need your announcement. You just do you. According to IC, you do boo boo. What's that? Do you boo boo? Mine is you do poo poo. Miss Manny haven't been to sleep yet. Just came from outside. Oh, Aura, what time is it there? It's a it's sleep is don't be this sleep deprived, ha. It's very important. Sleep is very important. I see on YouTube ambidextrous interesting. Ambidextrous interesting. Yeah, you're interesting daw, I see Koy. Be a man, embrace your masculinity without the harm, and woman, embrace your femininity. It's finding balance for the next generation, a team. So, what yeah, exactly. Embrace your masculinity, guys. That's very important to you when, like, you can't be so weak. You have to show you, I'm a guy. I'm a person that has I'm a person that has a goal in life, that I'm a guy who has a mission. You can't be like always be so. Oh, you don't have to be like, okay, because I love you, I need to be like I wiggle my tail on you every time. No, you need to let them know that you're the man in the house. It's very important. And I think if the more you are solid, the more you're solid emotionally, your family is also as solid as you are. So that's, yeah, do you boo boo? Do you boo boo? I mean, Aura, what's that mean? Yeah, it's already 6:07 in the morning. Wow, Aura. Wow, Aura, and you haven't slept yet. You've been to party? Your practice. So, and then, so, like, you're getting your practice. So everyone has a, as long as, it's how I see it, as the harmony of it. So that is just me, guys. That is just me. Okay? And it works. It works. It never fails in that way. No matter how the West is saying, no matter how the West is saying, like, oh, because feminism is, feminism, the woman is should be like this and that. For what? I mean, it's your family anyway. Don't let the society lead or tell you what to do. A good man stands by his principles and values. The nice guy pleases others at the expense of his own happiness. Exactly. That's very important, actually. That's when I have really decided. That's that's why I really have decided, and I'm very, very sure that I am with the right person, because I saw it. I saw he has principles. Although, you know although he's always joking around, him as a person that's always joking around, but he never put that in his personal life, and he knows his priorities, and that's very important as a man, really. And I don't like the idea that the guys is so much into like trying to, impress people by how they look, impress people by their money. That's crazy. Impress people by how you are, what you are. Mukhang masusunog ang niluto. Don't worry, Isaac. What's that mean? Pam 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 pam. So yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. So anyway, there's a lot of things, and I'm very, very grateful. Actually, we have talked. Me and Put have talked about it early. We have chika chika, ba? We have chika chika, guys. Is something like sharing stories together. Um, we even I actually we always do that almost every day before we sleep, or in between dinner, like lately we always have dinner in the couch in the living room. So we sit there, we watch TV, and then we eat, all of the three of us. Actually, 3.5 now. Sometimes even our cat is also she's even our cat is also eating while we eat. So we always have a lot of heart to heart talk, and it's very helpful, and it's fun. It's fun, actually, to think or reminisce. It's not even that few years back. It's not even that it's like 2 years ago. 2023, when I know him in YouTube. So actually, guys, we just know each other here in YouTube. Who would have thought, 'di ba? So yeah, in 2023, 2025. So wow, everything was, I think, for a long years, that I've been just like meh, in myself, in my life is just very ordinary, regular day, just doing my thing, working, home, and something. But who would have thought in just 2 years, all those was shot, all those was really changed with just 2 years. What's that mean? French toast Friday, making breakfast and listening story. Listening. Sorry if I don't respond. No, yeah, it's okay still. You do you. You do boo boo. Do you boo boo? I mean, I can never lead with your wallet in a relationship. That's what I always also say, expat living overseas. I mean, Adam, because it seems like it is what is happening mostly. And um uh, like something like it's okay. I mean, if you can do it, why not? But as long as it's not with too much spoiling without any direction even, I don't think it makes sense. And then it ends up you're going to Tolfo. You're crazy though. I would only blame the guy. Why you have to do that in the first place? Meanwhile, you're the man. You know yourself. You know very well, if you're confident enough, you don't have to use that money. You don't have to lead that relationship or her with money. Wait lang. So I own the dungeon. Going to put you in the dungeon. So I see on YouTube I'm taking over. Oi, Aura, do you want to join here in the panel? Or Adam? You can. You guys are very much welcome. So what I tried to say by is like okay, like let's go. Not gonna happen, Aura. So yeah, like 2 years. That was 2 years, guys, since when we were just being so crazy in the chat. And somebody was even saying to me like, like these people that you're dealing with in the community in the chat are just playboys, or just pack boys. They're not really, we're not even starting yet, we're not even having a relationship yet. We're just being there, just like the usual, like this, but like in this kind of arrangement in the community, in the chat, always just throwing jokes with each other. So somebody's telling me like these people that you're talking to in the community will not gonna be a person that will stand up or stood up with you. Meanwhile, I'm not even thinking about it. So agreed, that's not a real relationship. Never ever lead the relationship with money, guys, or else if there's no more money, then yeah, it will crumble very, very easy, very, very quickly. So yeah, don't do that. That's the number one thing you should not do. So much, much better, much better, make a foundation as friends. Aura, are you single, Aura? I have a lot of friends actually, guys. I don't, you know what? I really don't like to do the matchmaking, but it's not matchmaking anyway. I have a lot of friends that's actually offering me to look for them. Very random, very random comment opinion. So yeah. So let's see really. I want also to help them in that way that they wanted me to help them. Who knows? Who knows really? Who knows? I will have a coworker from the past and will live here in Belgium or whatever, whatever. It will be nice to see a friend that's also coming here. Why not? We will have a karaoke every weekend here in the house. That will be fun. I don't see the StreamYard link to join the live. Okay, I'll wait. Since I already know Adam. It was fun talking with Adam actually. He's very bright person. He has a lot of so let's hear from Adam. Aura single and read it. Oi, Aura is single. Nice. Or else Aura will be put in the dungeon. Attention, the most valuable thing as men have is not the money, it's the attention. And even with that, be wise who you give it to. Exactly, still. Be wise really. Dito ako sa chat. Sige, no worries, Isaac Koy. So, be wise of who you give to. And if you're going to help somebody, if you're going to send money to somebody, make sure that you are also ready, or that's how the amount that you're willing to lose. Okay? Because I really don't like it. I really don't like it. I really find it so crazy when a man is then crying on Tolfo or anywhere, or he has a channel crying over crying over saying that they get scammed. Meanwhile, you are the very first person. You should be the very first person, especially you are an older person. You should be the one who knows the consequences by giving too much, you know? Miss Manny, yes, me and Icy on YouTube haven't declared our love yet. Our oh my gosh. Is there anything to declare? Oy, palo-palo ha. So thank you for that, Icy Koy. So where anyway, so I think Adam will be joining us here. So the link is already there. Wait, I think I haven't lighted my fairy lights. I need to light on my wait settings. Yeah. My home assistant. I set this. Oh, there you go. Okay, wait. Wait lang, Adam ha. Some people who lurks will make gossip about you na. Yeah, that's the thing here, really, in the community. Whatever that is in the chat, they take it as something serious. So, mind you, guys, always put joke at the end because not everyone knows jokes. Not everyone understands jokes anyway. Anyway, welcome to the panel, Chatchada Kid. Adam, aka Chatchada Kid. What's with Chatchada Kid?
Uh,
Hi, Jay Shar. What's with Chatchada Kid? What
Hello,
is that?
everyone.
What does mean? Yeah, I can hear you.
Takada Kid is my wife.
Ah, are you using her account? Chatchada. I'm used to it. People always do, but I'm joking, chat. Yeah, Aura. By the way, disclaimer, everyone is just joking in the chat, Aura or whatever. No drama intended. Disclaimer lang. Jay
Expect
Shar.
oversized
By the way, guys, let's welcome expat living
overs
overseas or Adam. So how are you?
because I
How's life
cannot use
lately?
her name with
Yeah? Wait. Let me adjust your
it.
volume, huh?
It seems like I'm using my phone. There's a delay in the chat. I might have to use my laptop computer.
Okay. I think you're delayed. Wait lang. No, I think you're okay. We'll just go on. Hi, Mark. Mark also in the chat. So it was nice talking to you last. I think that was Monday. I think that was Monday, no, Adam, on You'd Wish. So I okay, he just dropped. So well, there's technical issue, guys. So yeah, I've already known Adam in we were one in the panel in You'd Wish live stream last Monday. I think that was last Monday. So it was really nice talking to Adam. He has a lot of opinion himself, especially with regarding how it is being in Asia. He is in Thailand now, guys, and he also has a channel. So might as well, if you can. I think I'm gonna pin his. Okay, I'm going to pin his channel here. So there you go. That's Adam. Okay, welcome back, Adam.
Hello, I'm going to just change out my headphones.
Okay, okay. Miss Manny, I will be in the Philippines next week. Looking forward to it. Uy, yes. I'm also looking forward to it. Make sure you make a lot of vlogs or videos if you're not into vlogging. If you're vlogging, make sure you make a lot of videos because not all the time that you can, have a vacation outside your home country. So much better make a lot of memories. So welcome back, Adam.
I'm here and let me figure out what's going on here.
Okay, he's still trying to set up. S- So is it okay to know when where I mean where will be the exact place you will be going to, Aura, or like a city or a province when you visit in Philippines next week? So um yeah, is it okay to know? I'm very marites. Okay, how are you, Adam? I think Adam is alright now. He's still. This is not a live, guys. If there's no technical issue, how are you? Ah, yeah, he's still. I think you're muted though. We cannot hear you.
Can you hear, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you good now. Okay,
Still can't hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
I think it's you. You cannot hear me.
Well,
Struggles to.
I was trying to use my phone.
You're actually okay. I can hear you.
It's a delay in the chat, so
Yeah, I think you had the same problem last time in Wishy on Udwi's channel. Like you can't also read the chat. Yeah, it's the life of a streamer actually, guys. So please bear with us. Uh, Miss Manny, I'm starting in Cebu and I'll just figure out things from here. I have no time limit, so I'm just going to. Oh, okay. It's not just a vacation of 1 month. Wow, that's so nice, Aura. Nice, nice. In Cebu, I would recommend you to. I don't know. Is this your first time? Is this gonna be your first time to visit Philippines? Okay, thank you so much. Wait, let me just welcome Papski Rock TV. Hello, thank you so much. Miguel loves shout out to all everyone from Papski. Okay. Okay, if in Manila, do my link for Airbnb, you'll be taken care of. He. Oh yeah, that's also a good idea. IC actually has a Airbnb that she can recommend you to stay if you're going to stay in Manila. So see, everyone here in the community, you can find somebody randomly can help you with your stuff. So again, welcome, Adam. Are we all right now?
it's a little bit of a delay,
A
and
little bit of delay.
I'm hearing you twice.
Okay. So how's life lately? Oh my gosh, we just talked last Monday, right? So how is it? Is it still great in there on your end?
I went,
Aside from delay.
I believe we talked last Monday, and today I went to renew my marriage visa.
Yeah, yeah, you mentioned that one before. So how is it now? Is it good? Is it good now? It's fixed.
It's not fixed, but if you don't mind waiting a few seconds for me to answer, it's all right.
Okay, yeah. Just take it slow, continue to enjoy life while waiting for it. But Miss Manny, I haven't been since 2012. Oi. Wow, welcome back to Philippines Aura. For sure, there's a lot of new things since 2012. That's even before Yolanda. You know Yolanda? You remember Yolanda typhoon? That's even before Yolanda. Maybe YouTube screen is still open. Maybe YouTube screen is still open.
Uh,
Yeah, Icy said maybe
I
your
got it.
YouTube screen is
I
still
got it
open.
fixed now. I reset. I did some settings on. Just changed the settings. I
Okay.
changed. I changed the settings. But what I was trying to say earlier is I went today to renew my marriage visa, and then it
Uh-huh.
takes a month, and then I go back, and then I get my marriage visa. So now I'm on what's a 30-day visa until they do all the paperwork, and I can bring mail it back to me, and it gets stamped. My passport
Oh.
gets stamped.
Okay, like the way I remember, you've been living in Thailand for 12 years, I think. You mentioned 12
12
years?
years, and renewing my marriage visa is getting to the start of 13 years in Thailand, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, that's my question. Like, is there any possibility, or is there any way to like become a citizen, like a dual citizen, since you're already married with a
It,
Thai?
it's possible to do that in Thailand, but it's very hard to do, and they only do a certain amount of people per year, so it's very hard to actually get a
Oh,
citizenship in Thailand. I think it's a little
okay.
more easier in other countries.
Ah, okay. So, dang, but you've been trying since. So, how long since you married, or how long? Okay, you got married, and because as much as I know in Philippines, I'm not sure. It's like when you're married with a Filipina and you've been living there as a like a foreigner, and you've been living in Philippines for 5 years at least. So you will have that. You will be honored with citizenship. I'm not just not sure how, but how about in Thailand?
I think you have to be in Thailand for 5 years, but you have
Also
to
5 years.
you have to go into the process, and you got to go through the process, fill out the paperwork, you got to
Uh-huh.
speak a certain amount of the language, and then they only allow so many people to be a citizen of Thailand per year. So your chances of getting in
Ah,
is very slim. For me, it's just easier to do a marriage visa since I'm married. And well,
yeah.
I don't know what the cost of dual citizenship is, but a marriage visa is less than $60 a year.
Not bad. 16 US dollars per year. Not bad.
Well, yeah, I think it's the same cost for the retirement visa, but with the retirement visa, you gotta have 800,000 baht, which is about 25,000 US in the bank,
Okay.
or make 2,000 USD per year, which is about 60 to 65,000 baht.
Ah, yeah, I remember you mentioned about like to be able to qualify, you need like you need to have an exact I mean specific amount to be able to
Well,
qualify in your bank
like in
account.
Philippines retirement visa, SRV, if you're over 50, you're required to have 10,000 USD in a Filipino bank, or
Uh-huh.
I think that's exactly what it is. If you're like a U.S. veteran, like if you served in the military,
Mhm.
you can. It's a lot cheaper, and for somebody that's under 50, I think it costs a lot more, like about 30,000 US to apply for the visa. They had different types of visas like Thailand does, but every visa, no matter where you live, has different requirements.
Ah, okay. So, yeah, I hope it this time you will get a marriage visa. I hope it's something like dual citizen, no? So, I
Well,
think yeah.
I, I've been 11 years, because when I first came here, I came on a non-immigrant O visa my first year. So 11 years I've been
Mhm.
doing the marriage visa. So it's the
Mm.
same for me. It's
Same, yeah,
easy.
yeah. Easier as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a question from IC here. He asked, she asked, how many dogs do you have?
I originally had 8 dogs at the house. Four of them
8.
had passed away.
Ah, dang. It's
So
it also hurts, no?
we have four
It also,
dogs and one cat now.
yeah, he also has one cat. I remember that. It also hurts when your dog passed away, no? It also hurts. It hurts more like a really like your family as well. That's
Well,
it
you
actually
grow to
hurts.
love. it you grow to love them, and then they take a little piece of your heart when they go away.
Hmm.
They take a little piece of your heart with them.
That's why I decided not to have a dog anymore because oh my gosh, every time they die, it's also so painful.
I
Jayshire,
told
yeah, yeah.
I told
Jayshire said,
Chad, go
uh-huh.
ahead.
5 years and then a citizenship in Philippines. That's what I heard. I'm just not really sure about it really. We haven't researched about it yet. Maybe Adam has idea, you know.
Honestly, I'm not sure, but it's fairly
Mhm.
easy to look up online. Just go to the
Yeah, I
Philip,
heard it's quite easy.
Filipino immigration online, and you can find out every all the information you need.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can but for now we have not looked to it yet because oh my gosh, we're enjoying our time here. So to become a citizen here in Australia, it's 4 years or 12 months. 12 to 4 years or 12 months. 12
So
months.
one to four
1 year.
years.
Hello, Henry. Henry is also in the chat.
I told T'Challa once all the dogs that we have pass away, I
Mm.
don't want to take care of any more dogs at the house because they have a very hard life in Thailand.
Ah,
Um,
why?
I don't know. One dog passed away, and we
Mhm.
didn't know what was wrong. He was healthy, and the next morning we woke up, he had passed away. The other one, we had two that passed away from stage 4 kidney failure.
Oh,
You
yeah.
took him to the vet, and the other one had a seizure and passed away. So the two dogs outside, they seemed like they possibly could have actually been poisoned because
Probably. Because why
because
so
one
sudden?
one dog was perfectly healthy. Well, both of them were perfectly healthy. One passed away during the night, so we didn't even know that he was sick. The second one seemed healthy, had a seizure, and
They
passed
don't
away.
like I mean, Thai don't like dogs much.
You meet, you have people that like dogs and dislike dogs. You gotta
Yeah.
remember, certain places in Thailand, they actually still eat dogs.
Okay, there's still well, sometimes it's about I think very cultural because there's also part in Philippines that they also eat dogs. So I think that's yeah, yeah.
I don't like anybody that mistreats anything, whether if it's an animal or a person or anything like that. So that's probably one of my pet peeves and something that will probably get me angry very quick.
Oh yeah. We better not talk about it. I don't want Adam to feel agitated.
Oh no no.
According to Henry, give your pets distilled water to drink, not let them drink any other type of water that helps their kidneys. Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. They drink filtered water. I have a water filtration system. They drink the same water that I do.
Hmm. You know, like the last time that I have a dog, like we have a dog. He's still a puppy, but I haven't neutered him yet. But oh my gosh, he died because he wants to go with me at work. Always every morning when I'm walking from home to the to the street where I used to wait for a jeepney, and he used to walk with me, and he's trying to avoid dogs because there's a lot of stray dogs in Philippines, and he's trying to avoid the dogs that's walking towards him because dogs always fight with each other, you know, sometimes they fight, especially strange dogs. So he always find during that day he always have a fight with dogs. And then I'm like, I was trying to shoo him away, like, go home, go back home, because I'm already on the highway. So I'm about to cross the street when he wants to cross first. He wants to cross first before me. So he's like trying to guide me back. But then, oh my gosh, he got hit by a car and he died instantly right there. So I was like, it's so painful. I don't know I don't know how to feel. I feel like I lost a brother or whatsoever. I don't know really. It's so
When they
painful.
when they go, they take a piece of your heart with them.
Exactly. And it's like I don't want to have a dogs anymore. It's just like I'm putting myself in a trauma, in an emotional trauma. I'm like, no.
Our home is fenced. Our yard is fenced in with a
Okay,
wall and
you're
a
home. Hmm.
gate, so they can't get out. We have a lot
Hmm.
of we have a lot of street dogs here. In Thailand they call them soy dogs.
Ah, also they have street dogs.
Yeah, and my wife,
Mm.
she in our area, she takes care of the street dogs. She goes buy food and then drives by with a motorbike, and then she stops and give each dog food.
Hmm.
And I told
According
her
to
that's
Steele, not mistreated if eating, in my opinion. You give love by eating. But I have a lot of pets from Henry. He doesn't have a dog. From IC, she said, my elders told me if a person cannot be good to animals, they're not trustworthy. Any thoughts? Yeah, any thoughts about this? According to her elders.
from my experience. Dogs can tell where a person is a good person or a bad person. They can tell if a person is angry, scared. They can tell
Uh,
their feelings.
uh-huh.
So if my dogs don't like you,
Graham! Graham is
my
here.
dogs don't like you, there's chances are you might not be a good person. Unless, when they first meet you, of course, dogs going to bark, growl until they get to
Hmm.
know you. But if they continue to do that, then that should tell you something. If my dogs can't trust you, I'm not sure if I can do the same.
Hmm. Yeah, like
Trust
there's
your
some
gut.
people there's some people even just looking by the eyes of the animals, they can't, they already feel so soft. I don't know. I noticed that with Poots. One time, it's so crazy. I really find it funny. Huh? Uh, as a Filipino, that's we're so tough with the meat. Even we can have our lechon, so it's basically like a whole pig. So we don't feel bad about it because we only see it as food and it's delicious. We don't care like how they look like, if it looks creepy or weird. So it was funny because one time we went to eat outside. So there it's a grilling spot something. So and then we ordered the fish, like a grilled fish, and the way we grilled fish is like a whole fish. There's still the eyes, there the, it's quite different from here in Europe because the way they prepare the fish is already fillet. There's not even skin sometimes, unless it's salmon. So, and then we order the grilled fish, and I don't know, like so perfect timing that the eyes is towards him. It's so funny. I was like, why you guys are so, he's like, oh, he's like he felt so sad because the eyes is looking at him like it's asking like, oh, why I'm here. So, oh my gosh, this is food. Don't do this to us, because especially grilled fish. I love grilled fish.
It it reminds me of the movie in America called A Christmas Story, where the little boy has the Red Ryder BB gun and he shoots his eye out. On
Uh-huh.
Christmas, they go to a Chinese restaurant because they
Yeah,
could
yeah.
to for Christmas. They went to a Chinese restaurant and they ordered duck,
Uh-huh.
and they brought out the duck, and it still had its head and eyes
Yeah, yeah,
looking at
yeah.
them stuff.
Yeah.
And the wife complained about it, and I'm not sure if it was a Chinese man or Chinese woman. They would just walk over there and
Mhm.
lopped off the head and took it away, and the woman was just all in panic and hysteria. It was
Oh
crazy.
dang.
But the
I really find
slight
it, I don't know, I really find it funny because for us it's just natural, normal thing, ordinary sight to see for foods.
well,
So
like
I'm like,
here in Thailand, the fish have the
uh-huh.
head has the heads on them and everything. So when I hear it, doesn't bother me or faze me, but
You're
some
already
people
used
that
to it. You're
yeah.
already used to it. But how
Well,
about the first time? But how about the first experience, like seeing the whole fish with the eyes? We even eat the eyes actually.
Well, it was fairly easy for me because even when I was a
Ah,
teenager, I used to go out in the woods and go out with my father, my uncles, and stuff like that, and
ah,
not only camp but do survival training. We'll
ah.
got the fish, leave the head on, and just run it through. Stick the
I
wood
like
on
camping.
the
Yeah, you do
fire
the
like that,
camping
and
thing.
just
Yeah, yeah.
leave it away.
See, it's
Really,
actually nice.
yeah, that's
Mm.
another good
According
thing.
to yeah,
Like
it's okay though. It's just because they don't get used to it, that kind of sighting. Always because that's oh my gosh, they're so spoiled always with fillet, fillet, fillet. Meanwhile, I like it whole. I like the whole. So still said,
like
I don't believe no way a dog could know if someone is good or bad. Mm.
um,
You believe
well,
it that the dog can know if someone is good or bad? They have that kind of instinct.
yes, they can sense it. Plus, their smelling and hearing is a lot more intuitive. So they can, if you done like if you smoke like marijuana, or smokes done something that
Ah,
changes
yeah, yeah.
chemicals on you. Plus, they can hear a lot better. So that means they can hear changes in your heart rate.
Mm.
So
They can
it's kind
sense
of
danger.
so it can be similar to like a lie detector test because when most people lie,
Ah,
the heart rate rises, or
wait.
they can sense changes in your body language. Like one of the
Do
things
you
that
believe
helps.
that they also can sense like a spiritual stuff like paranormal? Do you believe that? No?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Mm.
It's, I mean, I've been seeing good arguments on both sides. Where I stand, I just say I'm undecided. But
Ah,
if I ever actually see a ghost, then I'll become a believer. But I mean, I just seen things that make you think it might have been a
mm,
ghost, but I never actually seen a ghost or a shadow person or whatever they call them. I never saw anything like that in my life.
mm.
But when you're in a bed, if when you go in a bedroom and the bed is shaking and jumping up and down, and you don't see any other cause, no earthquakes or
Uh,
anything, it makes you wonder.
uh-huh.
But I I don't say I really believe in ghosts, but I do believe in spirits. Like
Spirits, yeah, spirits. You
like
know,
the
every time I am like I try to tease both like, oh, they're probably ghost here. Like I don't want because we have a superstitious belief in Philippines. Like I don't that's I bringing here. Although I'm not the very superstitious person, but there's one thing that I still practice. It's not my clothes that I hang dry outside. I have to get it back or take it inside before the sundown. So because there's something like bad omen, and it will pass by onto your clothes, especially that I'm pregnant. So it's not good for my body, something like that. And I'm bringing
yeah,
that here, and it's like that's so crazy. If there's ghost in here, why would they choose our house? Why would they hunt us? They're just wasting their time. If they want some food, then they go to get some food. I mean, what is the purpose of scaring us? He's always like that.
in
But one
Thailand,
thing only shakes him. It's yeah, the food, the eyes, the fish eyes is looking back at him. That's the thing that really don't like it. He don't
and
really like
don't
it.
forget about the witch doctors and witches in Philippines and Thailand.
Yeah. Oh, they have the same thing. Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
in Thailand they believe
Very
in ghosts.
relatable.
They
Uh-huh.
believe in bad omens,
Oh,
spirits,
bad
ghosts.
omens, witchcraft, or whatever.
Like
Oh my
the little
gosh.
small, like little wat that you see at the houses that they had the little
Uh-huh.
small little temples. They're called spirit
Uh-huh.
houses, and that's for the people,
Mm-hmm.
your family and ancestors that lived there before you. It gives them a home to stay there, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times the Thais will make offerings to the spirits, and that's to for health, happiness, wellness, take
Uh-huh.
care of your house and home, the land. It's
Uh-huh.
offering food to the spirits of the land because when they
Uh-huh.
pass away, they go into the spirit house, so therefore they take care of the land.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Oh, wow. They're also like, see, we're actually, I think, sometimes I feel like we're actually in one, we actually in one land or one people, but just I don't know what happened from the history or the past, but we just got separated. Our land gets separated because there's a lot of similarities actually. Um, but
Well, if
let's
you
proceed. Yeah,
if you go back and look back at the when the world was being developed, they were saying that at one time there used to be one supercontinent,
one.
one large
Yeah, yeah,
landmass
yeah,
that split apart.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I didn't live over 8 billion years ago, so I couldn't tell you what it did or didn't.
Uh-huh. So
But
let's read the other comments in here. It depends on what type of dog, plus how loyal the dog is to you. And then IC said they called some dog as a companion for people who have seizures. And still said, come on, we start talking about dogs and reality out the window.
yeah,
So,
that brings up a good point. The person said he didn't believe that dogs were intuitive.
still,
Oh, they have dogs that can sense seizures, sense cancer, sense when your blood
wow,
sugar is
also.
low, and they have service dogs that can sense all them different types of health problems and catch it before you have a problem, before like you pass out on the ground. They even train
Mm,
the dog when a person's having a seizure to lay down and get up under them, so the head
mm,
when the head shakes, it don't hit the floor. It they lay on top of the dog until it ends. So
mm,
a dog is very intuitive. They can sense that. So yeah, I believe they can sense when a person is good or bad. Just
mm,
using that as an example.
mm.
Now I've seen it
Okay, there's
work.
sometimes there's a lot of animals that we still cannot. I mean, we still didn't know yet, or how their skills or what they're very so different. They have a lot of special skills compared to us humans. Uh,
Yeah,
From
if
Graham,
you
he said, okay, let's read people in the chat. Many Westerners are not willing to accept the ways of other cultures. I may not agree with everything, but I am not a hypocrite. I can accept some cultures do not think like me. Okay. And Aura, yeah, they have heightened senses. Yeah, the dogs, the animals. So many supernatural stories, and I love it. I still love supernatural stories. So it always goes, there's just souls, being or guardians, no need to fear them. From Jay Shar. So according to Henry, I grew up around battlefields, burial ground, cemeteries. Yeah, I've seen some weird stuff growing up. We become paranormal, right? Oh yeah. Oi, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We have 30. I no currently 28 watching.
when I was younger, I cut grass, cut the grass at a small cemetery to earn extra money.
Mm,
And they had gates that you open up in the morning and unlock and lock them up in the evening. And
mm,
I've been there during the day, and I've been there during the night. From my
mm,
experience, it's not the dead that you have to worry about; it's the living. I mean,
mm.
there are good and
Actually,
bad
that's
spirits
also
out there.
actually that's true. I do agree to that because I had one time experience like when I was working and we have to go home like 4 in the morning. So I'm trying to have an exercise because from work and to home I can walk like 1 hour. It's a 1 hour distance walk. So it's like at 4 a.m. I decided to walk as a daily exercise na din. And then one time I was like, because when I passed by on a certain area, it's very dark. So but I don't feel I didn't feel fear. I don't feel fear. I'm not scared at all because there's some occasionally some jeepneys passing by. So I'm like, I'll be all right. But then, oh my gosh, like finally one day, the last day that I decided to, I will not walk at 4 a.m. anymore because I noticed first time I noticed that there's person in that certain spot that's sitting at 4 a.m. And it's only me walking. And then on the next day, he's there again. And then on the third day, I noticed him. He's coming to me, and I was like, really, and then oh my gosh, I didn't walk
There's
again because that's
there's
the
two
fear of
things that
leaving exactly.
there's two things you can do with fear. You can forget everything and run, or
Yeah.
you can face everything and rise. If you see each one has. If you take the first letter of each word, it spells out fear.
Uh-huh.
So forget
Really?
forget everything and run, which spells fear, and then face
Mm.
everything and rise.
That's really so funny experience. So I'm like, it's really the fear of living. I fear of living more than the supernaturals. Maybe they're just here. I don't know. They want foods. They want water. Okay, as long as you're not. This supernatural thing will not harm us physically, or else.
That's that's one of the hardest things to do in life is create a life that you deserve. But I can
Uh-huh,
say that it's a lot better if you can do that with a partner.
uh-huh. Graham said, "Money running from the aswang." Oh my gosh, I hope it's just an aswang because, well, there's, I don't know. I think I was anemic at that time. Even he can't get blood from me, but I think it's more of like who knows? He knows it's who knows. It might be somebody. Will take money. The one who will take money. They use a weapon or somehow what or do something bad to me. So I'm like, yeah. I still love my life. I still want to I still want to experience something nice in my life. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
need to
have
run.
a ghost in Thailand that's a vampire version. I think every country in the world has their own version
Vampire.
of vampire.
Yeah, like a vampire version. So how was it like so can you bring me to the very first day? How did you discover YouTube community, Adam? Because it seems like you also know not just Thailand, but you also have some idea about Philippines. So yeah.
Well, well, in the past, I visited the Philippines and I stay anywhere from 1 to 3 months at a time. Not only
Uh-huh.
that, I watch other Filipino channels. I watch other
Ah.
channels, and if I can anything if I can add value, then I try to add value to a channel if I can. But if I
Oh.
don't, if it's something I don't know, I'll honestly tell you. And
Mm,
sometimes you hear me talk about something, I say, well, I'm not exactly sure, but
mm,
I don't pretend to know everything. I'm
mm,
far from perfect.
mm. Wow, it's also so nice because I you also have a nice channel as well. So it's like, so
I
how's the
haven't
channel?
I haven't never really started my channel yet. I've been so busy, and what I mean by busy is like I said before, I've been blessed in Thailand. I try to help other people out in various ways,
Mhm,
with fixing their home. Some kids that do well in school, I help pay for them to go to school in our village. Let's see, pay for funerals.
yeah, but I like this kind of content that you have. It's also something this could be also very helpful as well. Maybe.
Well, I mainly want to. If I ever get my YouTube channel started, I mainly want it to be to help people. I really want to see people
Mm,
be happy in life. I'm not going.
yeah,
I'm not.
exactly.
I'm not. I'm pretty good on money. I don't really need any money. So if I do it, I'm not. I don't.
Mm,
I don't want any donations or anything like that. But if
mm,
anybody did donate to me, if I ever get my channel established, I'll just use that
mm.
money in turn to help people out within the area.
Yeah. Oh, nice idea. Okay, from Jshar, supernatural. They are just souls, but if you don't know, you will fear them. Yeah, it's a fear of unknown, Jshar, exactly. That's what's nice about you, Adam. Always learning. He does.
I, I tell people life is a learning process until the day you take your last breath.
Hmm.
It's always something new to learn. And
Yeah,
I see
true. Always, every day.
all
It,
in
it's
the
not
background.
about Just because you're young, you have to learn a lot. But of course, it's continuous. Life is always continuous learning.
Well,
From
well,
still, from still, that spirit ghost is fake to me. I've seen my mother visit those people and waste dollars on something. If it was real, can't touch you, my view. Not trying to be correct all the time. Yes, that's from IC. Henry said, if you think about there are ghosts everywhere. Hi, AA is here. Hi, Miss Manny. Nice to meet you. Some people love their egos too much that it become their downfall. This is from IC. What can you say about that? Where's Cat? Oi, he's driving for sure. He's now driving to Antwerp.
it's it's not always about being correct. It's also taking the time to listen to other people's perspectives, their feelings. Even if you don't agree with them, they have a right to their feeling and their perspective in life. You
Yeah,
know,
you know what, Adam? I've been experienced. I also have been experienced that as well. Like as a streamer, and I've noticed that there's some people just because you are able to you also have an opinion and your opinion is different than theirs. And they take it personally really to the point that they will unfriend you, they will even have a they will even make a comment about you, and their comments even become too personal. So it's so crazy that way, and I wish all people are like the same how you are. So every time I notice that this person is something like that, I just tend to stay away because it's not helping me mentally. You need to be diverse. I mean, you need to be open minded. Not everyone has the same vision or opinion as so.
when when people are negative towards me, it's most of the time it's not about me. It's about their own self. They see something in me that they wish they could either do during
Mm,
their life and they can't, or
mm,
it's sometimes you make mistakes and you do something that they don't like.
mm,
The only
mm,
time, and most of those times, I try to avoid these people. It just depends on how confrontational they are. But
mm.
I'm not gonna let I try to be as nice as possible. I'm not gonna let somebody hurt me or harm me, my family or my friends. I'm not gonna let that happen. But as far as somebody running the mouth, that's just their opinion. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
let
yeah.
I don't let other people's opinions control my life.
Hi, Felipe. Felipe J is also here. Oh my gosh, he has beautiful sunset videos. According to IC, never insist on what we believe. Let people choose as we choose for ourselves. Exactly. Felipe, how are you feeling?
And that goes back to the saying where I say, enjoy life and let other people do the same.
Mm-hmm. You know what, Adam, when I started the channel, like just doing vlog, I used to just can do vlog 5 minutes long. And even to that, it's even very difficult to do vlogging. So I was even just using a phone before, and yeah, it was quite easy. But the thing with the phone is like when you're doing like that and people are thinking like you're videoing them, sometimes they have that, why are you videoing me like that? Are you trying to exploit me? Are you trying to post me somewhere in Facebook that I'm this and that? Meanwhile, we're just vlogging, even the camera is facing. It's so hard because there's still a lot of people that's not very open minded with this kind of field ba. So right away they will be like, oh, you're vlogging, really? For sure, for real, you can do that? It's just for celebrity thing. You're not celebrity, so it will not work on you. Right away there's some
Well,
right away there's limiting you. They already limiting you. I've
well,
experienced that.
yeah, when you're in public, you can expect to be videoed or have pictures taken of you.
Yeah. And
I
even
can understand.
my yeah, yeah. But the thing is like they're already limiting. Okay, if it doesn't work for you, that doesn't really actually mean that it also not work for me. I'm not celebrity, but the opportunity is wide. As long as I love what I'm doing and I'm not making people at rest, or like I'm not harming people, so I'm like, why would we actually limit ourselves if it is something that our passion ba, that's something
That's,
that's fun. We feel like it's fun to do. Hi, Kiss.
well, in America, you have the right to film in public and stuff, but in certain countries, maybe not the Philippines, but in certain other countries, you go, oh well, I have the right to film. You tell them that, they'll come up and smack you upside your head. In some countries,
Mm,
I think it was in an African country that I saw a video on that on YouTube, that he goes, I'm from America, it's my First Amendment right. Next thing you
mm.
know, the guy come up and smacked it. He said, well, here's your First Amendment right, and went whop. I go, whoa. You can't go overseas arrogant, thinking that because you don't think that your passport can protect you.
Uh-huh.
Vitality found that out, and other people from other countries found that out when they go another country breaking the laws, being disrespectful.
Mm.
Always, always respect the local people.
Yeah, yeah. From Graham, he said, just tell them you are vlogging for your family. Actually, I don't have any problem vlogging here. People here are just nice. People here already know that, there's an internet. There's we call us vlogging. People here. But just I think it's just the I don't know, maybe crab mentality, what's happening because I it's something that they can't do, and instantly they think that I cannot do as well just because I'm not celebrity. So yeah, there's something like that. I don't know why they're so limiting on themselves. Meanwhile, that was years ago. Meanwhile, look at it's even YouTube that brings me here, and it's even YouTube that I know you guys. So
Have Have you heard in England now that if you have like a tweet or any type of video, if it hurts somebody's feelings, the police can come and arrest you in England now? Like if somebody don't like what you say or get offended, they can call the police on you and have you arrested. It's crazy that they're
oh,
actually doing that in England. You can actually look it up online. I'm not sure what they
mm,
call it, but it's
maybe he
funny.
did too much. Maybe his opinion is too much already. Like
No,
disrespectful or rude already. Of course, we can do vlog, but
it's not
that doesn't
extremely.
mean that we can disrespect people. It's
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 not
freely
being rude.
given.
It's just like offering an opinion. Like here, you heard me say that I only believe in two genders, a man and a woman. But I understand
Mhm.
that some people feel trapped in the body, and if they
Mhm.
want, a man wants to date a man, and a woman wants to date a woman, or if they mix it up, whatever they want to do, whatever makes them happy in life. It's just don't
Mm.
try to force your ideals onto other people. You
Yeah.
have a right to be happy, but it doesn't mean that you should force how your principles and values on somebody
Mhm.
else.
Mhm.
Like I said, enjoy life and let others do the same. That's how.
Exactly. Jshar said, "Life is love, and love is life." It's all about love. That's from Jshar. That's perfect, Jshar. Icy said, "It comes with being in public. Well, not going to be everyone's cup of tea." I see. Where are you from? That's from AA. Wait, hybrid here. Full Asian. So what else? Oh, Tony is also in the chat. One of our old friends. Oh my gosh, arrested for tweeting. Arrested for tweeting. Wait,
Yeah, there are people in England getting arrested for tweeting, and most of it, like in other countries, other people wouldn't even pay it no mind.
that's crazy because they're even, in the West, they're the one who's so loud about freedom of speech, democracy or what.
And have you seen on the news where in Africa they're kicking out the whites in Africa, kicking them out, and most the white people are the ones that provide the farming, the produce and stuff like that. So what
Mhm.
happens when they don't have nobody to grow the produce? Is everyone in Africa going to starve?
Mhm.
They even had some people online talking about, oh, a good white person is a dead one, saying that in Africa.
Mhm.
You can actually look that up on the news online. But
Mm.
in it, I say when you watch the news, take it with a grain of salt. Not everything they say is true, or
Uh-huh.
they're over dramatize things, making it a lot worse than it sounds.
Nice. Yeah, okay, let's read from people in the chat. Kiss is here and he said, Money, it's upbringing. Some people are just clowns looking for attention. They did it in high school, but learn fast. People don't give a crap about them after high school. Exactly. And still is going, I think, going somewhere or going to sleep, going to work. But anyway, enjoy your day still. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you all for being you. Smile often. That's from Steele. And Jay Shah agreed. And Graham said, if a man dates another man, who pays? That's a good question.
I think I think when it's a same sex relationship, you have one person play the man role, and you have one that
Uh-huh.
plays the female role. So I reckon the
Mm.
one that plays the man role is the one who pays. So so like two females dating together, you have a butch that is that plays the man role. So I assume they would pay, and then you have a man that is more the feminine side. So the
Mm.
man that's more masculine pay, I assume, would pay for that. And I really don't know. I'm just assuming.
Why not? Why not? For me, it's not. Why not? Like whoever invites to eat outside or have like let's have a date or like he will be the one or he or she will be the one to pay then.
In general, if
Whoever
I
that.
do, in general,
Yeah.
if I do the inviting, I do the paying.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever invites. Stop pushing poor white people, please. No one's perfect. So, according to Tony and Felipe, Victoria in Australia, they've been doing like that also. Like, I think it's about the tweeting thing. Yeah. What, for tweeting, they do that in Australia as well.
Well, I think in a lot of westernized countries now, they use conflict to keep the people divided, to keep them under control by them hating on one another instead of looking at the real problems, looking up at the higher up people that are actually creating the problems for them.
Mhm.
I can't say that for everybody, but that's how I feel.
Well, I think it's not, I think it's not about where you came from or what. It's being person really. It's the person. But anyway, let's uh let's let's not stay in a very negative part of it, as
Yeah.
much as
I,
possible.
I, I judge people by their hearts and not by the way that they look. I don't judge them by their beliefs. Actually, I believe actions
Exactly.
speak louder than words.
That's how it should be. And it's crazy because somebody was saying like, some people are even judgmental with people that has a tattoo. What can you tell about it, Adam? Like, do you
Like a
believe,
like a
yeah,
tattoo
having
on
a
a
tattoo?
woman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, for women, for me, it depends on the size of the tattoo, the type of tattoo, where it's
Tattoo.
located, and how many tattoos they have,
Mm-hmm.
and that also applies to men.
Mm-hmm. Because some people are thinking like just because you have tattoo, it means you're not a good person. To me, it's too judgmental that way. Some even
Well,
tattoo are like the mother and
everybody's everybody's young, and sometimes they get drunk, do things wild things when they're young, and they might get a tattoo or two. But if you see a
yeah.
woman or man covered all in tattoos, that still don't make them a bad person, but you need to see that as a potential red flag. And,
Mm,
just in other words, to see who they are. And like I said,
mm,
it's judging people's hearts and not by the way that they look. You'll
mm,
find out real quickly if a person's a good person or bad person by their actions. And before you approach somebody, you can just see how they react to other people, like family, friends, the people that serve them, or in public. Like
mm,
they was talking about how to meet people. You just don't meet people online dating stuff. Like when you go overseas, you can meet people out on the street, in the
Mhm.
malls, working in the markets, restaurants, different places. But you always have to be respectful of the time, especially if they working during the day trying to earn a living. They don't have the time to sit there and chat.
Mhm.
But you know, just just start off slow. Just start
Mhm.
off slow, taking your time, and you'll see if that person's values and principles align with yours.
But because to me, I find it crazy to for people to be very judgmental about that too, because for once and foremost, tattoos has been part of a cultural like tribes or something. So there's a lot. I mean, even before our judgment, even before most of us are born, the tattoo thing is already there. It has been there already by by the tribe. Even in our like native in Philippines where I'm from, where we also have that we also have the Visayan tattoo or something like that. So I'm like, for me, I feel like it's too ignorant to generalize people that has tattoo. We cannot always say like, because you have tattoo, you're a bad person. Still said, I believe if you are nice and kind, you don't have to mention it. People will know
It
exactly
like I
still.
said, it for me it depends on the type of tattoo. Like a tribal tattoo is different than like a woman that has like Charlie on one side. I love Mark on this side. I love Charlie on the butt. She has.
I
I
love.
love
Who
Faye.
knows? Those are the names of her kids.
Or the same with me, or the same with men. Well, yeah,
Who knows?
yeah,
Those are the name of the sons or the.
you have you have some people that get the actual picture of tattooed of the child's face on the body. It's pretty
Uh,
wild. And that like in America, they have some people that get like logos from companies tattooed on them for like a lot of money. It's like
mhm.
one guy for like 200,000 had a logo tattooed across his forehead.
Uh, that's
And when I
something else.
Yeah, and when I saw that tattoo from my thoughts, I just saw idiot. I didn't even pay attention to what the tattoo said. I just seen idiot doing something
But
like
the
that.
thing is, these people also that calls it. Yeah, it's gonna
You
be
got some crazy people in the world.
still said. I'm judging if I see women with tattoos. I think they're hoes, Trump stripper, and easy to sleep. I think it's because there's different type of tattoos as well. Like, there's even there's even like the some people are so passionate about their love for, or like their devotion for their pet, or devotion for being as a mother, very passionate about being a mother. They love their kids so much. They're so proud being a mother. They even have that kind of tattoo that has a mother and a child kind of design. So I
Yeah,
don't
if they
like.
have. Yeah, okay. If a woman has like a picture of a child on the body, that's probably okay. But if you see a man that has a tattoo of his wife and his child on his arm, especially if you see like two or three different women with different children on his arms and on his body, that means that
Here's a photo
he
album.
hasn't been in a he's had several failed relationships.
He's a man full of loving, or probably maybe a polygamy. A person who's into polygamy.
I think in the more southern part of Thailand, they more Islamic have
Uh-huh.
Islam beliefs, and I think they believe in having multiple wives in that part. I
Uh-huh.
live in the central part of Thailand, so
Mhm.
they just below me.
Okay, let's read this. Icy said, "Oi, AA." Actually, I already noticed AA before Icy Koy. He's been in other channel, and Puts also know AA. Yeah, he's a guy. Puts have been back and forth chatting in another community with AA. So I think it's because AA just don't. come here often. So AA, that's why you need to come here often, so you will know how old are these people or our friends in the chat, okay? And then uh, for,
You know,
forgive me if this takes a little bit longer. So okay, you have a jacket now, so you can be one with us. Actually, AA is okay. Actually, has been friend with Poots even before, but
on the channel,
you're always absent, AA, huh? Yeah.
you have to be respectful to the owner of the channel and
Uh-huh.
their guests and the viewers. You have to show respect to everyone.
Yeah, exactly. That's the rule of this channel. I don't care if you're a super chatter or a member or not. You will have a range in my channel, really, because I'd like to see you all there as a blue thing. As long as you're not here just to your only existence there in the chat is just to try to hurt people or disrespect people in the chat, disrespect people in the panel, because I think that's too immature. If you have a thing with me, if you have problem with me or somebody in the chat, use your account, okay? So that we will know you and then we will fix it. I mean, I don't see how does it make sense when you're trying to disrespect or hurt people, and at our age, probably around 40 years old up, you know I
Well,
mean,
the
we can do
sad
better
truth
than that.
is, maturity comes in all ages, and people that are negative or that like are trolls online, usually that has something to do with them. They're unhappy with themselves, so they
Exactly.
instead of
Good night, Ryan.
try spread positivity, all they know how to do is spread misery.
Mhm. Exactly. That is why, like, like, why not? It's been so stressful around, for sure, inflation things, war, whatsoever, problem with your bills, so struggling, such a lot of crazy things outside YouTube, and then here you are bringing all your trauma outside, or bringing all the negativity, and then trying to give it to other people. I don't really understand why you have to choose that kind of why you have to choose that kind of vibes or energy in you. So
I think
I don't know.
I think I think now inflation in a lot of countries are outpacing people's salaries. Used to be a more of a balance to it, where even if inflation rises, the salary pretty much kept up with it. That way, people in life could actually thrive. Now you see corporations and stuff like in America, they'll get rid of tons of people so they can, so like the CEO can earn more money and stuff like that, and therefore other people will have to work harder at the same salary, making more money for the CEO of the company, and it just creates a conundrum. Every Everything needs to be at a balance. If everything is imbalanced, it just creates chaos.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
exactly. I think that's what happened. Oh my gosh, that's why there's no food security or whatever. Oh, the country will be so in chaos.
it's like I tell a lot of people, a lot of countries' problems start when they go against Mother Nature's design.
Mhm. Tony
You know,
said, child, this is according to Tony about the tattoo. Child, yes. Wife, no. One is always in your life and the other is replaceable. That's from Tony. Oy.
that's
Bobby
one
is
way of
funny. I
looking
have
at
to
it.
tell Kat I was asked about him. Yes, I'll tell Poots that you came here. AA, thank you so much for dropping by. I hope this not gonna be the last time. Okay, keep being here. Be regular. Be regular. Okay, from Henry, tattoos have meaning behind them. Spiritual, personal, tribal, those are the ones that have the most meaning because it's a personal thing to that person. So, what part of Thailand is that? From Jay Shar asking. Jay Shar is asking.
What part of Thailand I'm living in? I live
Mm.
in I live in Pritchett, but I live in the province of Top and Hen Pritchett. and that's in the
Mhm.
central part. It's near Pensacola and Nakarsawan, and
Mhm.
it's in the center, so it's about equal distance from where I live to Chiang Mai. About the same distance from Top and Hen to Bangkok.
Mm.
It's about like 6 hour drive. Well,
Wow. So yeah, like, but you don't need to like cross by a water or somewhere if you're going to travel like another city that far.
well,
All are connected by land.
I don't cross oceans, but like if I drive or I take the train, which a train in Thailand is Rofai. If I take the train, yeah, it crosses over. You go over bridges that cross over land, rivers, and stuff like that. But no,
Mhm.
like oceans. Philippines has what like over 7,000 islands and
Yeah, it's a struggle if you
100
travel.
and 126 dialects. That's why I tell if you're going to learn the local language in the Philippines, speak Talong or what's the other one called?
Ilonggo, Bic- Ilocano, Char.
Yeah, they have many different languages. They have like many. Well, it's pretty much the same language, but they have different dialects of it, and it can actually change the words, and they have their own words and different meanings.
Okay, by the way, thank you so much, Henry. Just take care on your way home. Um, and thank you so much for also sharing your opinion in the chat. Drive safe. I see who said I didn't like you. I like most people. Yeah, Tony is quite chill though. No worries with Tony. I see. Thank you. I will just don't know when the live will be held. I will be do live streaming every Friday actually, even though sometimes just same now. I didn't do a schedule, but yeah, if I can, that's this is the day and the same usual time that I do live stream. Um
Well,
yeah.
a lot of people in life you see that they've been hurt, and when they get hurt, they build all these walls around them, and
Mm.
then they become afraid to go outside. What I tell them to
Mm.
do is to go a little bit out your comfort zone each day, a little bit farther outside until you get more comfortable. And just don't, when you meet somebody, just don't hope things are going to get better. If they mistreating you or doing things wrong, then that's a clear sign either they need to change or you need to leave. The right person, the right person's going to treat you right. Like I tell a lot of men, the right woman will inspire you to put a ring on a finger.
Yeah, exactly. What can you say about the woman who will show interest first? What can is it advantage or disadvantage for whom or who?
Well, it depends on how the woman approaches him. Like
Uh-huh.
most women that are serious looking for a potential marriage partner, they approach it well, like in the Philippines, a lot of them where they some of them don't even approach you. They like you, and the whole time you see them just laughing and snickering in the background because they're too shy to speak to you.
Yeah.
Um, but the ones that talk to you understand there's a language barrier. Sometimes when they speak English, they might not know the meaning of the word. So I know my wife sometimes she'll say a word and she don't know what she's saying. But it
Hi,
usually
Bless.
usually a person will take the time to get you know you and it moves forward slowly. But you have some women that will approach you. First thing they talking about is going out on a date with you. The next thing you go out on a date with them, then they want to move right directly into your home or your condo and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And they already planning out the marriage, and you only dated once or twice. You have to
Mhm.
take things slow, very slow.
Yeah, okay. Listen to that, ladies. Take things
Well, it's just,
slow
it's just not for women; it's just for men too. You
for
got men
men.
You
Mhm.
got men that go overseas desperate, and they fall in love with the first girl that pays attention to them, whether they're a good person or not. If a person treats them well, goes back to the bedroom and all that, they
Mhm.
start ignoring all the red flags, and they wind up getting in trouble. I say go overseas to create a better life, not to make the same poor choices you made back home.
Mhm.
So if you had trouble in relationships back home, if you don't work on yourself, you're gonna have troubles overseas with relationships.
True. Sometimes if everything fails, they forgot to also check on themselves. It's like, how did I actually also treat this person? It's always like blaming. And I don't know. Accountability, that's IC's word. Accountability. They don't have that kind of accountability. But meanwhile, let me just say hello to Kerner Clubhouse Cobalt. Hello, hello, welcome. And Tony said, I don't like people mostly. Too many weirdos out there these days. LOL. Oh my gosh,
Well,
especially in YouTube.
talking about weirdos out there, like I like living in the village mainly because I'm away from the people that are holidaying overseas in certain aspects. And everybody's heard about the stories about Pattaya and Phuket where guys go there and rent a girlfriend and stuff like that. That's not me. That's not what I was interested in. I wanted to create a better life and settle down with a wife, and that's exactly what I did.
Mhm. According to Steele, women know if she does what he said, she knows he's weak minded. Yeah, we actually definitely will know. Well, not all, because some women are still very, I don't know, very naive. You know, I mean, not everyone has that kind of critical thinking. So, unfortunately, not all still, especially for women.
It's like I was saying, I believe a woman's place is under your wing and not under your boot. If you
Mm-hmm.
love her, treat her kindly, she'll add value to your life. She'll make your life a blessing. It's like a woman is very similar to like a rose. If you nurture it, treat it, protect it, it'll open up its beauty to you. You can smell its beautiful fragrance, but if you mistreat it, all you're going to be shown is thorns. Going to be pricked all the time by the
Mm-hmm.
thorns from it. A
Yeah,
woman
but
has to be nurtured like a flower.
true. That's actually very nice of a guy like that they really value the woman, but also just to be fair, also I also want you guys to, like, before you give it all, before you, like, surrender all your love, all your, devotion to a woman, make sure also that you will get the same thing. I mean, it's not about business or negotiation or what, but it's about, like, make sure at the end of the day you will not also being left hurting, because it happens. It's actually, I also there's also a lot of stories like that, just because they spoil too much, and then the woman is like, oh, because he's mine, he's so into me, and then I will do this to him. So yeah, make sure also that you balance everything.
I think personally, I think love in a
Okay po,
relationship is some.
Ice is going to eat.
I think love in a relationship is something that grows over time
Hmm.
together. You know, you have to work together and build love. When you first get together, it's you're attracted to the person, and this person's a good person for you. And yeah, there's probably a certain amount of love there, but the longer you're together, the longer
Hmm.
you all work together as a couple, the more the love grows within the relationship. And
Hmm.
that's the other thing you was talking about. Men go overseas and shower women with a lot of gifts when they don't actually have the money to continue that out throughout the relationship. So they
Hmm.
shower them with gifts, and then if they marry the woman, then they just stop what they're doing. So what I tell everybody is do not do anything that you're not willing to continue throughout the relationship. If it
Exactly.
make
Good
sure
words.
before you a relationships come serious, talk about your values, your principles, and boundaries. The more you share, the more rewarding the relationship is. If you have a lot, if you just marry, if you marry a man because he has money, or you marry a woman because she's beautiful, and you don't look at
Mhm.
the other things that they can offer, it creates conflict over time, and that's
Mhm.
why a lot of relationships fail. They
Mhm.
don't
Same
they don't
thing.
look at the
Same thing
heart.
actually with men. There is I think some men are also into I understand if some men are so into visual, they're so into like, oh, she's so pretty, oh, she has a very very nice body, very sexy. But then they just like they just forget that those things will just fade, and they're so much into visual that they reject also to see that the most important part of it. If you actually had the same um if you have the same goals together, even the very small details of things, if your opinion with this will go along, like even religion, even politics, I think for me, I find it very important that you have the same, same views of this. Not always perfect, but at least it's something that you know very well that he's not this person that's I don't know, like I don't know, with these men sometimes they just choose according to lust.
Well, like that's like when men are in relationships, you can actually cheat with your eyes. And
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about that in Miss Walsh's live. And what I mean by that, a woman can tell if you're looking at a beautiful woman and you're staring and oogling, and that you don't look at an older woman, maybe unattractive, or grandmother or something like that. A woman can see that. You shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
You should be respectful to your woman. I mean, sure, you're gonna look, and you might even take a second look, but to sit there staring, especially when you're with your wife or your girlfriend, that's very disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of guys just oogle over woman. But
Uh-huh.
in general, I tell people gonna make mistakes. Everybody's imperfect. Just try to refrain from making poor choices, because when Father Time comes collecting, he don't accept no excuses. What you woulda, coulda, shoulda done, he doesn't care. He's there to collect.
Mm-hmm. So it's
Mother,
something not really permanent.
mm, mm, well,
According to
that
Steele, yeah.
I was gonna let you read.
Okay, according to Steele, men be a manly man, strong and confident and kind, what a man is. Being too nice will make you seem weak in women's eyes. Being too nice. True. Okay, being
That's
sensitive is
respect.
important, but be careful.
Yeah, that's why I say be the good man and not the nice guy. Good
Mm-hmm.
man lives by his principal values and boundaries. The nice guy, he'll go out of his way trying to please somebody for what I call brownie points at the own expense of his own happiness. And then because he didn't showered her with all these gifts, done all these things that goes against his values, principles, and boundaries, he gets upset because the woman doesn't reward him for doing those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference. It's different in working as a couple together, and then putting your wife or your girl up on a pedestal, worshiping her. It's a big difference in that, and that's what a lot of guys have problems with. And I think the lot of problems stemming now comes from families in a lot of different countries don't have like a two-parent family where
Mm-hmm.
teach them how to grow. They don't have any mentors or anything to show them how to become a man, how a man should be, or how a woman should be in life. then they grow up, they uncertain, they watch social media, different
Mhm.
types of things, and that's how they learn. And they just grow up with not having the tools to succeed and thrive in life.
Mhm. I also noticed with this some West also that's married with Asians, especially, like they're also not most of them also are, they still have that kind of mindset that just because I came from West, my kind of culture, my kind of way how we live our life is much better than yours. And that's why I also agree with Graham. That's why I also kind of don't understand why some of them why some of them can't even go along with the culture, like, okay, I accept some like foods or water because that's being health, that's the thing that they can't their body will reject because it's not used to it. It's the health thing. It's very important, but other than that, like, for example, like, because there's nothing wrong actually, for me, there's nothing wrong when you're mingling with her family. Do you I mean, are you close to the family of your wife? I mean, if it's okay to ask.
Okay, well, like her brother, he he lives like across the street from us. We built him a
Mm-hmm.
house. He's a drunk, so
Mm.
I don't give him money, but I make sure that he has food, he has water, electricity, he can go to the
Wow.
bathroom.
Meanwhile,
I make
you
sure
don't
that
have
I
to do
make
that.
sure.
Actually, I didn't mean to be helpful
Oh,
in a financial way,
um,
but
I'm not trying to make anybody feel uncomfortable, and it doesn't bother me. In other words, I help him with food, but I'm not going to give him money because, yeah, like that. Um, the rest of our family is lives outside of Toppingham, so I don't get to see him very often. But my my Thai wife's brother, my sister-in-law, she has terminal cancer. So I've been sending her money because they split up, but she takes care of a kid. So I've been sending her money. Now she's getting to the final stages, and I'll probably want to pay for the funeral, mainly because, like people that live in villages, work in small villages, that they don't earn a lot of money and they can't
yeah,
afford
yeah, yeah.
insurance. They can't afford insurance, and it becomes a burden on the family because the family have to try to come together and come up with the money for the funeral. I
Mm-hmm.
I make good money, so why not help them out when it comes to something like that? And that's what I mean, helping people out in times of true need instead of helping them out with every little want. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like one nephew, he was getting good grades in school. I paid for him to go to college. Another nephew, he was out getting in trouble all the time, and he got upset because I paid for school college, but he already had a motorbike, but he wanted me to buy him a brand new motorbike. And I says, well, if you was using it for work or trying to actually improve yourself, then I would be more than happy to buy you a motorbike. But he was using it to go out, party, get in trouble, and stuff like that. He wound up actually getting in trouble with the police, and they put him in jail for a while. They was talking about putting him in prison for a few years. But
Mm-hmm.
since I know Thailand and all, I worked it out where instead of me paying money trying to pay for lawyers and get him out of jail, I actually worked where he could serve in the military for 2 years, and after that, his debt is paid to Thailand. So instead of spending like I think it was like 5 to 10 years in prison, he wound up spending 2 years in the military service, and that actually improved him.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's good as long as you are not really like forced to do it. So, because some things we do because we see them as family and we just we just can't stand there doing nothing if we know ourselves that we can do a little bit.
Like
So
it
yeah.
also depends on the person in the family. You have every family. You always have family, normal family, good family, and you have the black
Mm,
sheeps in the family.
that's
You
normal.
got you gotta know what their intentions are. You gotta know if they're in true need, or is it something that they want that they don't need, or somebody trying to take advantage of your kindness.
According to Steele, he said, everyone, it seems to be telling a man to be a man. Guys, these people want to train you to be the way, be what you feel inside, a strong man, not people's puppet. This is from Steele.
And
Interesting perspective.
I agree with that statement. Everybody's values, principles, and boundaries are different in life. Everybody's
Mhm.
circumstances are different. So all I try to tell people is to try to find the best path to walk in life that makes you the happiest. You know,
Ah,
I
yeah,
don't.
there's also, you know what, Adam, I always notice this with especially for men in the West. So it's like, how do you feel the feminism? Since you've been living in Thailand, have you ever felt that feminism in Thailand, or do you think it exists compared to how it is in the West?
It it's all it does assist in Thailand and also assist in Philippines, but it's usually located in the bigger cities, the holiday spots, and it's a small minute of people that actually act like that.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, usually
Minor,
if I
they're just minority, no? If ever
most
they exist.
my advice to most people that go overseas to meet a woman, if they remind them of a Western woman back home, their principles, the values, how they saying that they don't need no man, or they have a child with that man and they divorce him and try to make him pay a lot of child support and all these different things that's going on in America. If they remind you anything of a Western woman, then I'll consider that a very red flag because like normal feminism in like Thailand and Philippines is completely different from the values and principles of feminism in the more Western countries. You know, like a more feminist woman in Thailand, Philippines is more about not saying that they don't need no man. It's about more independence for themselves, showing self respect, taking care of themselves. And a lot of times, the money that they earn, they incorporate back into their family, whether
Mhm.
they're married, have children, or taking care of the parents, or somebody in the family that needs help. Where in America, feminism believes a man's money, they go, your money is my money and my money is my money. In other words, they a lot of the feminism now they want all the rewards without doing any type of work or
Mm.
showing adding value
Yeah,
to the
that's what I
relationship.
also understand the feminism in the
They
West.
go, I'm beautiful. I give you privileges every now and then,
Mhm.
and that should be more than enough. But that's not what makes a relationship last. It
Mhm.
takes two people working together to make a relationship
True.
last. And even though you might not change, the world changes around you. So to a certain degree, you do have to adapt to the world and the changes around you. And it's just not,
Mhm.
even if your partner doesn't change, the way your partner's family treats them and treats you can possibly change. Basically, nothing's ever guaranteed in life. So the best thing you can do is make the best of each day. And
That's
I I learned that from having a stroke at age 29.
dang. According to Graham, I have a different view. This is regarding to like helping a family, you're around with the family. I have a different view. I am not willing to feed a man fish. I am willing to teach a man how to fish. Obviously, my view is not new. It has worked for thousands of years,
I
and Tony has
believe that
agreed.
principle as well. But when I was talking about helping out my sister's brother, who's an alcoholic, he's been drunk to the point now where it's actually to mess with his head. So he's not.
Mhm. I think
I
it's also depends on the situation, so a person's situation. No?
Everybody's circumstances are different. So how you react to them and what you decide to do, that mainly, that depends on you, on your own values, principles, and boundaries.
Mm.
Because I help him out with food doesn't mean that the next person would do the same. They feel like he should go out there and do anything, go out there and work and earn a living themselves. But he's in he's in pretty rough shape, so he's not going. He can't really do any work, and he's not in the right mind to do any work. He When he goes without drinking, he actually hallucinates and actually sees ghosts. It's crazy.
That's funny. According to Steele, I have a 16-year-old daughter. Hopefully, she will find a man like me, but they raise these boys like girls now. Yes, Steele. Feminism.
I'm gonna
That's
let
a
my daughter.
very narrow view from Blizzard. I'm here to change changes, but only change for men. So, like this one still I do agree with this. That is why with the red pill what I'm like, it seems like it's just in the internet content only, because actually in West, men here are treated, are like, they are raised like really weak. That is how I just noticed it. Meanwhile, I just came here for like few months, not even year, but I actually already had how the dynamics of families here, like, because of yeah, they have the equality thing, they have the, oh, why only men, why only men, so it changes the dynamics. I think it's more become competition in for couple, between couple. So, but I also notice, like, for example, um they still doing it like, oh, because I'm a wife, I'm a woman, you should carry all the groceries, you should carry all the groceries. I actually noticed that, the man has to carry all the groceries, and then the wife is just like, okay, he just walks, goes to
Put
their
a phone
to their
around
house,
sample.
to their home. Yeah, she just goes there to their home, and not helping the husband to carry all the things that they have to bring inside the house. So, but for me, for us, I see that it's because this is our groceries. Every time we have groceries, I'm like, even though I'm already struggling with my big stomach, I don't find it I don't find it violating me if I also have to carry the groceries, because it's us. This is for our family. So nobody is violating, just because I am a woman, I should not do this. No, I don't think I don't think that will work for me. I can't stand my husband just doing all the works, meanwhile I can help him. It's like, it's like, there's no such rule of society that you have to follow, because at the end of the day, it's you and and for the sake of the harmony of your relationship, you are taking care of each other, not really seeing the society. Like, the society is telling you, like, you are a woman, you should do this, you should not do this, you should not help carry the things, that only your husband should do this. That doesn't work for me. I feel like we're not marrying as a princess. I think I don't know, but just for me. So for men, I think that's how I think that's how I understand when they said, like, boys are being raised like puppets, or boys are being raised like girls. It's because they wiggle their tail to their woman, you know,
I
like
think
that.
uh I think whether it's a boy or a girl, they need a mother and father. A mother teaches them the type of woman that they should look for, and the man teaches them how they should act in life. You know, and you do have not all parents are good. So
Mhm.
and talking about your children, the only thing you can hope for them, only thing you can hope for is that they find a partner that loves them and treats them well in life. And like when your wife gets pregnant,
Matipid lolo, Jack.
when your wife
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
pregnant, like a Thai wife, Filipino wife, and other certain women overseas, they want to feel like they add in value. But at a time, you be willing to help them out, and it's going to get to a point, a certain stage where you have to do the cooking, cleaning, and stuff like that. It's like most men find it like a woman. I can cook, I can clean, and I can sew. I
Yeah,
can iron my own clothes. I can take care of myself completely. But it's
yeah.
nice when you have a partner that makes your life easier, where you can focus on other things like taking care of any problems that come
Yeah, yeah,
along,
yeah.
doing the work around the
Teamwork.
house, fixing things,
Mhm.
taking care of your kids and all that.
Teamwork, yeah.
It's it's
Whoever is
teamwork.
available to do it, then yeah, just do it. There's no rules or policy. Matipid Lolo said, "What kind of women are you meeting in the West? I've never met a woman in the West that didn't chip in." Exactly. That's from Matipid. Exactly my point. Hi,
Um,
Jack and Matipid Lolo just came here in the chat. Miss Manny, I appreciate your channel because it's family first, not a woman or man thing. Yeah, like it's supposed to be like that. That's how I also see it. You know, you're in one direction together, not just because oh, you know, even though the man has, mostly for me, I do believe that the man has to be so solid of how he decide things, you know, because like I said, we women has very imbalance with our hormones. Sometimes we react with according to our emotions, you know. No woman cannot, I mean, woman cannot deny that fact, even though no matter how you said, like, use your emotional intelligence, but you as a woman, you are biologically naturally have a hormonal imbalance. So that is why I'm still looking up for my husband to be the most brain of the house, you know, especially that I know that he that this, you know, the person is the way he decide things, it's he's been proven that it's only for the betterment of the family. So yeah, why not?
well, some people might disagree with this statement, but do you know what the reason that most time it's best for a man to lead in a relationship?
Hmm.
It's not because he's the smartest. It's usually because he can make the tough decisions in life when
Yeah,
things get
exactly.
hard. And when I say that, that doesn't mean that he should assert his authority on a person. He should lead by
Hmm.
example. You know,
Hmm.
it's a growth process. If you if you lead by example and treat your wife right and all that, she'll follow your lead in life. You know, but at the same time, she is her own. She's an individual. She has her own values, views, boundaries, and you
Hmm.
have to respect her and also respect the dreams that she might have in life. You know, you got to remember a relationship is about two people working together.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
all. That's all the
It's not.
That's all the relationship working together.
Yeah, exactly. There's no such thing relationship for one person as only. Of course, you're in it together. It's it's crazy if it's only for the woman, you know, if it's only for the sake of happiness of your wife, it's if only for the sake of happiness of your husband. I don't even believe it. A happy wife, a happy life. It's like a happy home, a happy life, you know. So
A
it's both
happy
of you.
happy family, a happy home.
Yeah, exactly. And Miss Manny, in America, I've never had a woman not help me bring groceries in the house. That must be a European thing. That's just so, because the how I notice here is like, there's a like, oh, because women are pregnant, you should not do this, you should be careful, you should do. But for me, it's more of like, this is exercise, like instead of feeling so, I don't know, really, like,
Well, I
I
know
feel like
that you
I'm
like.
an Amazon. Amazon.
I, I feel like you want to help out, but it'll come probably a certain in a certain stage of pregnancy. You'll have to slow down, or sometimes people have some types of complications where they have to relax and
Um,
rest more. You know, because
yeah,
if
but
they don't, they can actually have a miscarriage. Not everybody, but some women do have that problem.
what's
And
funny, what's even funny, Adam, is like, I even was biking and then it's crazy because I fell from the bicycle. I'm already at 7 months by that time. It's so funny. I
it's
was like,
it's
and Coach
like
was
when I
like,
talk.
why every time you go out, there's something happen with you? Why did you bike?
It's
Oh
like
my
when
gosh.
I talked about my strokes I done had in the past. What I found is the more healthier I am, the more weight that I keep off of me, usually the easier the recovery. Like my
Uh-huh.
last stroke was December 13th, 2024. And
Mm.
I've been pretty much recovered from it.
Yeah,
And
it seems like.
the only problem I have is I have a slight numbness in my
Mm.
mouth on my left side. And when
Uh-huh.
I drink, if I'm not careful, actually it will
Bite your lips sometimes.
leak out. It'll leak
Leak
out
out.
because
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I forget to close my mouth
It's not
because it's
actually
numb.
obvious if you didn't share that information. It's not actually obvious.
Well,
Okay.
you can
Chef Jack is
it's
actually asking who is this bloke on the panel. And Graham said he is an American living in Thailand with his wife. Yeah.
I'm nobody special. I'm just a simple man, just trying to make the best
Mm.
of each day, and that's all anybody can do.
The government is actually robots. So yeah, I mean, it seems like even though you had that even though you have a like have been into the stroke, but it doesn't seem like you had one actually. So
Well, give me a
what was
second.
the secret? Maybe you can share the secret so that it will not be secret anymore.
It's not necessarily a secret. It's just how can I say? It's not that I want that I have a stroke that I asked for one. It's
Uh-huh.
just trying to develop, trying to ongoing health problems. You just have to deal with them because basically you don't have a choice. But this is the actual paperwork where I had it. I think it says fast track stroke here.
Stroke, fat, what?
Fast track stroke. It's starts there and then it goes up and somewhere. Let's see. Let's just say that. Yeah, right here says fast track stroke. No words. I had a what
Yeah.
happened is my blood was so thick that
Mm.
it wasn't going up to my brain, so it
Blood
caused a
clots, blood
stroke.
clots.
It caused a stroke.
So was it the only first time, only one, and only one
Oh
time?
no, I didn't had about 6 or 7 strokes since
Dang, that's a lot.
2001.
That's a lot.
And this is the this is where they did the MRI on me, and the disc should
Ah.
be in here on it. This is the this is the disc of my brain scan when they did the scan
Oh. Mm.
on it. And that's the other thing. Talking about America, I was when I had my first stroke there. They had me on
Mhm.
like over 50 different types of medications. Now in Thailand, I take about six. Well, took about six medications. Is what I take
Every
now
day. That's every day.
every day. Well,
Dang.
sometimes a little bit more because I have to take steroids to suppress my immune system.
So is the medical thing there is they're really treating you good, and are you treating under a private hospital or just a public
I go to the government hospital here, which
government hospital?
the government hospital is a lot cheaper than
Yeah, for
going to
sure.
like a private hospital here. It's very
Dang, at least
private.
your government hospital is really working good. I mean, they do have a fair service, good service.
You know? Well, like
Yes.
if I was to show my feet, you'll see that my feet, where I get DVTs, blood clots in my legs are actually purple. My lower feet and legs are actually purple, and they swell, which is called edema.
Mhm.
And I see here it says, "What are the best things about Thailand?"
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So, Matipid Lolo is asking.
I say in general, Thailand and the Philippines, they have a lot of values that are lost in America today, especially when it comes to family closeness and family working together, the whole family,
Mhm.
mothers, fathers, children, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandmothers, grandfathers, they all work together and help one another out. Uh,
Mhm.
people, the women there are more traditional. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say I wouldn't say I don't really like the term submissive, but they're
Yeah.
more traditional and more of taking care of the house and home and family. But
Mhm.
if you're looking for a woman to be submissive, to me that feels like you actually looking for what you call a slave. And you never should treat a partner like a slave.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Exactly.
the cost
I
of
think
living.
when also the woman is too submissive, she's only encouraging her husband also to be, like, oh, those I'm your slave, do something, like very controlling ba. It's also, I feel like it's also like attracting that way to your husband, like encouraging him to be
The
that
most
way.
men that are very controlling used to look for more submissive women,
Mm,
women that are afraid to come out their shell or come out from behind the walls.
mm.
Um, the the cost of living in Thailand and Philippines is a lot cheaper. I say about most things are
Yeah, I heard about that as well.
about 40 to 60% cheaper overseas, except for maybe like cars, electronics, and things in that
Mhm,
category. They can be just as expensive or more expensive because you have the import tax of bringing items in. It's
mhm,
like Jiffy peanut butter, like well not Jiffy, Jif peanut butter. You can buy that like a
mhm,
dollar two in America, which it's probably to change now with inflation. The
mhm,
same size jar in Thailand costs you $6.
mhm.
Uh, dozen egg, I can get 3 dozens of eggs for like $2.50 here. 3 dozens
Wow,
of
that's
eggs.
cheap. That's cheap.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Some things that are cheaper in Thailand is more expensive in the Philippines, and wherever some things cheaper in the Philippines is more expensive in Thailand. Every country is has a variance on that.
Mhm.
But it's a lot cheaper. The medical cost is a lot cheaper. For like general things like things like handle like they have people that have strokes in Thailand, so that's why the public hospitals, the government hospitals can handle that. But if it gets to the point, I can go to a private hospital. I do that because I basically the treatment is the same, my medications is the same. Why go to a
Mhm.
private hospital and pay a lot more money for the exact same treatment?
Wow.
Now, if you need it now, if you need to go to a private hospital, that's fine. Some people prefer that, but this depends on location of where you're living, the hospital, and all that. It can be very expensive, but you have people here that do tourism that come here just mainly for medical. They,
But how about the security stuff, like safety wise? What can you tell as a foreigner living in Thailand?
well, this applies to all over the world. I have every country has a place where I call my no fly zone. It's a it's a rough area or bad area that you shouldn't go to. You should avoid it at all costs.
Mm,
I think the Philippines in certain areas they have the Philippine pirates. They have like
yeah.
some of the more southern parts of Thailand. They have the more Islamic people that are into gambling and stuff, and it's gambling criminal activity there. And it
Mm.
like certain parts of Russia, every country is like that.
Yeah,
Um,
but so far
but,
in your area that you're living
but
right now, there is no
in the
struggle
bigger
of your security?
cities, like at the bigger cities, the holiday spots, the village where I live in, if you fly on the radar staying out of trouble, you don't run into problems.
Hmm. There's
The
less
what
problem, it seems. I
most
think most of
problem,
the problems really arise when there is a depletion of like food security, justice system is fucked up. I think that's gonna be the start of everything will be messed up in a country. So I think Thailand, mostly I heard Thailand is doing good with that kind of thing. They even have their own food supply chain. They can provide their own, like they're doing good also with their market farmer, no farm.
yeah, I think overall they doing pretty good.
Mm,
But I think most men that go overseas that get in trouble, it's usually they doing something that they shouldn't be doing in the first place. Not all
yeah, for
time,
sure.
but the majority. Most of the people are going over there doing things that they shouldn't be doing,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
for
get in
sure.
trouble. They You have people that buy drugs. You have people like in the Philippines, like Vitality, doing what he did. And all different types. You have people, angry drunks, the
Grain,
ones that create problems, all kinds of things.
mm.
You
Grain
have
said
to,
Graham said submissive has nothing to do with slavery. That is a myth born out of Hollywood. A submissive woman is willing to put trust in the man she has chosen. Submissive women will follow the man she marries.
a
That's
submissive.
Graham's definition
Yeah,
of submissive.
I agree with that. Submissive woman in a traditional sense of a marriage. But you have some people that are some women that are so broken so submissive they don't when they get mistreated abused they don't leave their partner. You do have people like that, and you have men that are traumatized by their partners and they don't
Mm,
leave, or they try to put on they think that they can fix everything. And that mainly boils down to, I say this a lot of times, a snake, no matter how many times that it sheds its skin, it cannot. It's always going to be a snake. No matter how many times the
they
skin
will
is
always
going to be
come out.
a snake.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, change only happens when something.
Uh-huh.
Change only happens in somebody is when they really want it. Something traumatic happens into the life, or they've been hurt badly in their life.
Badly, yeah. It's
Sometimes you have to
sometimes.
fall. You have to fall deep in your pit of despair before you're willing to crawl back out of it.
Mm.
You know.
Still is saying Islamic criminal don't exist. Name the country, not the religion. Okay, this is from Still. And from Jay Shah, agreed. My wife and I was submissive to each other. So there you go.
Yeah. And that's what I say about that is when you're in a relationship, you have to be willing to love, wake up each morning, love, and commit to your partner every day. You know,
It's
go.
actually very different when you're marrying an Asian. Plus, you already experienced the Asian culture. You're marrying an Asian. There's a difference. So compared to like marrying, this is what I heard, based on what I heard, like they marry a Western. So there's a lot of difference
And
because
yeah,
for
and
us, yeah,
go back to the guy's statement. Not all Islamic religion is bad. You know, it applies to it applies to different countries, as he said, and it also applies to the individual. You know, like there are many different practices of religions, but everybody don't always practice it in the same way. You have good and bad people all over the world. You know,
yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult to debate about religion. Really,
um, and like
nobody will.
it
Nobody
goes
will
back. Nobody will.
Nobody will win, nobody will lose. We all have the
That's
different
why
views,
I say
different
simply
opinions.
enjoy life and let other people do the same.
Exactly. Just enjoy your life, really. Don't, don't. It's so crazy. I really don't like to follow policy, especially with regards to decision with how you are going to rule with your
But
family or yourself.
but
Yeah.
Roman Catholic is very popular in the Philippines
Yeah,
for a
it
lot
is.
of with a lot
It's
of
still
people.
dominating. Yeah. It's still dominating in there.
So chances are, if you meet a Filipino over there, she might be very religious and go to church. You,
Personally, actually, I because here it's quite opposite here. So it's like they don't really care about religion here. I mean, yeah, religion exists because it's been part of history, just like Philippines. It's part of the history. But then here it's more of like it's a separation of church and the state. So I actually enjoy that kind of ideals, because somehow the real life ideals doesn't match with the spiritual stuff
I,
or
I
whatever.
I never had a problem with religion. The only time I have a problem with religion is when they try to force your views onto you,
Mm.
and that's the only time.
I'm just more of a being an open minded person, really. A person is bad or wording says the religion did the crime, not the country. Yeah.
Well, we're getting too much talking religion, so
Yeah,
I,
it's so it
I
will be
could
very
say
crazy,
I
huh?
can say I could say my belief on that, but
Uh-huh.
if I did, it would probably create more controversy. Be
Yeah,
con.
that is why I do agree with the separation of
I
state
don't.
and church because it makes for me it makes more a country peaceful that way because people are treated equal no matter how what you believe in. People are like I mean the respect is equal. Like I find it not including religion in the decision of the government. I find it um more relaxing and peaceful that way actually. So I was like, so it's like debating about religion doesn't really make a relationship between people grow or better really. That's for me. Okay, so it's like there's no sense with debating about religion.
That's the true sense. You can't. It's hard to debate anything because everybody's
Hi
everybody's
Bruce.
everybody's different. You know, it's you can't
Yeah, yeah.
debate everything. Some good, some bad. And some people will get behind certain religions,
Hmm.
politics, other aspects in life, and they use that to push their agenda onto somebody else,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes that creates harm and hurts other people. That's why I say it's best to enjoy life and let other people do the same.
Hmm.
Too many, you know, I think
Hi
the
Sure.
world, I believe people should all over the world should be coming together, working together instead of, having their
Yeah,
own
yeah,
personal agendas, trying to make a
yeah.
profit off somebody's misery. Everybody does better in life when people come together.
Yeah, still it's just commenting about still if you want to join in the panel, you're very much welcome. Can we talk about
Oh, he's more than
look
welcome.
look
And
at Graham's comment. What can you say about this Graham's comment? What is this emoji, Graham? Name this
can we
emoji. Is
talk
this a
about
nose? Is
now?
this a nose? It looks like my nose. What is this emoji, Graham?
Oh, I'm not
This is
sure.
so funny. So yeah, true. Let's talk about so
Well, there's
oh my
there's a lot
gosh.
of things to talk about. How do you? One thing you can do is start with you can start with how to create the life that you deserve. You know,
Yeah,
for each
yeah.
person, that's different.
Totally
Talk about
different, really. Still said it's boobs. I thought it's my nose. I thought Graham is drawing my nose. I mean no, I mean the whole bato.
and well, talking about attraction. I'm not
Yeah.
attracted to women that has so much plastic in their body. They're like a
Oh
Barbie
yeah, I
doll.
do agree with that. But
I think
since they
when
can
you have,
afford it, let's I do
I
agree with
think
that. Even though I'm also a woman, I also find it not attractive for me. Because most of the
yeah, I,
time it's the woman that always appreciate the plastic things.
I
Oh, she have plastic,
find
I should do plastic as well.
I like Asians women button nose and stuff like that. I'm attracted
Button.
to that. I call it a button nose. I'm attracted to their long black silky hair. I'm
Uh-huh.
naturally attracted to Asian women, but that everybody has their own preference of what they like in life. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's what you like.
Especially exactly because especially nowadays, I notice a lot of women in influencers, they almost have the same face, like especially the lip fillers. They almost have this. It makes them look same. So it's like
Well,
the more natural, the more different, the more pretty it is
it's
in a
just
lineup.
not the surgeries and stuff like that that they have. They have all these AI filters nowadays. A person can put a AI filter on and make themselves look a lot a man more handsome or a woman a
Ah,
lot
yeah,
more
that's different
beautiful.
because that's a
And then
yeah,
if
the
they
AI thing as well.
move
There's
too
a trend
fast, you
about
can
AI.
see two
Yeah.
faces. This is crazy.
Graham
I like.
said, "Plastic woman repulse me. Nothing compares to natural beauty."
I'm
Meanwhile,
more
I noticed
attracted
with some
to beauty.
surgeon doc, the surgeon, the one that does their plastic I noticed they don't even do the job on their own. So it's like, you know, th- that sounds off. Why you don't do that to yourself?
If
Your
you
body
ever
is
Have you ever seen people into this face relax? They get the Botox and the face all squishes up, stretching and stuff like that, and then it takes several days for the face to relax. That
uh,
um that is actually poisonous to your skin. They have people that actually damage their face from
silicone.
doing that
Mhm.
Botox.
Blizzard said, "How many relationships has guests been in America versus overseas?"
It
Hmm.
just depends on what you mean by a relationship. Do you mean by a relationship going out on dates, seeing if you spend a little time with somebody to get to know them, and sometimes that might be a few days, weeks, months. Or do you mean relationships as far as taking them back home to your place? Um, I've I've been
Mhm.
on many relationships, but if as things progress in a relationship, I always make my intentions clear. I didn't.
Mhm.
I always make my intentions clear. So if it goes farther, then relationship, taking them back to your place, and it moves forward, then yeah, plenty.
Mhm.
I done made plenty. I done. I can say I've been in plenty of relationships and made plenty of mistakes over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what changed me is I learned from my mistakes. When you're younger, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna do things, especially younger men.
According to
You know,
Blizzard, he's referring about the committed relationship.
or more long term. Well, I only been married one time in my life.
One
Um,
time.
yeah, this is my first marriage in Thailand. Other
Nice.
relationship, I could say most of the time it was they ended because it went against my either my principles or values, something I was unwilling to do. Some relationships that I were in, it was my own fault, being young and
Mm.
dumb. But I
Yeah, I
don't. I
want
guess
also to
I,
know, Adam.
well, what,
I'm also curious of how did you decided what makes you decide to marry a non-American?
well, like I started traveling in 1993,
Yeah, yeah.
and I stay 1 to 3 months overseas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
From that time on, I can see the difference between American Western women compared to women overseas. And
Mhm.
back then, more women were what I consider more traditional. I ain't saying that's so much bad, but now you're seeing as time progresses, you're seeing more women in like Philippines, Thailand, they're getting more um, independent. Not saying like in America, Britain, Australia,
Yeah, they're
South
also
Korea.
independent.
They're having a lot of problems in relationships now. It's not that bad in Philippines or Thailand, but you still have to be careful. But I think at this, I think a lot of people, not just the women, but men in America, they care a lot. They care a lot. They care a lot of change from the past, and they don't know how to set themselves free from the past. It's called excess baggage. And say like a single mom in America versus a single mom in Thailand.
There's difference, right?
Yeah,
There's
there's a
difference.
difference in that, and you can actually you can look it up online, or I can try to talk about it here. Um,
Mhm.
a usually not some single women are single because they're in an abusive relationship in America. Some are become widows, but
Mhm.
a lot of these, a lot of single women have babies from different fathers and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and that usually comes from poor choices and stuff like that. Some do it to try to make a profit, because they have
I
in
heard
America
that.
they have
Yeah,
in
I heard
America
that.
no fault divorce, so they can divorce a man, and a lot of
Mm.
times they can get half of what they own and get them to pay child support and alimony. And
There's
Thailand is a
nothing like
little
that in
it's a
Philippines.
little
There's that.
it's a little bit different in the Philippines, because in the Philippines they don't have no divorce. They don't have no divorce right now. They're trying to change that, but they do have an annulment, and annulment can be very expensive, and it's not a guaranteed
Expensive, yeah.
process.
It's not easy. It's almost
It's
like
not.
telling you to like no, don't separate. It's almost like telling you like that. So
I
no
think if
real
they,
relationship. Hello, by the way, Cloud and Jessica living in the Philippines. So there's
I
no
think,
real relationship with Western women. That's according to Bliss.
I think honestly, it's getting harder and harder to find actual good women that are good for a relationship in America. Still do assist. They do assist in America, but at the same time, they are hidden by all the trolls walking around. You got
Mhm.
um, you got transgender men that act like women. They get on these TV shows and they say that they're a perfect 10. Anybody tells you that whether you're a man or woman, they tell you you're a perfect 10, then that's your first red flag right there. Because nobody is perfect in life. It's always room for improvement.
Mhm.
And that's the truth.
So I'm trying
But
to look for the divorce. It seems like
if you're gonna look up the divorce rates in America, look up the divorce rates for a marriage for between a man and a woman.
it's not really yet. It's not
And
typically legally available to Filipino
the
citizens. The divorce is only okay when this Filipina has yeah, married a foreigner and then divorced in the US, and if their marriage was being certified or registered in Philippines, then they can apply that divorce, bring to the court to the Philippines to make her marriage there available, I mean divorce as well. So that's the only thing. But then, like for both our Filipinos married in Philippines, it's not legally available.
well, in America, usually the women,
Thank you so much, Claude, for the like.
the woman in America is the one that usually is a higher percentage of initializing the divorce. I think I think it's around 80% of the women initialize divorce in America with a man, but you actually have to look that up online to know the correct percentage. But it's very high, similar to what I said. Uh, like same sex marriage with a woman and a woman, it's actually higher than if a man and a woman were together. And when two men are together, it's actually lower than both. So I don't know what they're saying, but I don't think I want to. I personally don't want to be in same sex marriage. But if that's which makes you happy in life, then by all means,
Yeah,
do
I
what make.
mean, well, it's just because if you say you're okay with it, then you're gonna do it. It still depends of a person, as long as they're not
It,
harming other people.
that goes to what I tell a lot of people. I say, who am I to judge somebody else's happiness in life? It's not my place
Mhm.
to judge.
Yes, Graham. There's only annulment, and it's not easy as well to obtain. Basically, like telling us to not divorce, no, don't separate. So even the surrogacy thing, it's also not. I think it's even like majority in Asian countries, surrogacy is not even also allowed. So it's still not
I
legal
think
here.
no matter where you live in the world, certain instance of divorce should be
Mm,
allowed. Maybe like the no fault divorce in America, where a person can divorce you for any reason and don't have a reason,
mm,
and they just divorce you because they made a
mm,
poor choice in their partner. I don't believe in that. I believe in like divorce should be for like abuse, neglect,
yeah.
uh, like drug habits, alcoholic, cheating, gambling, and stuff like that. I think
Mm-hmm,
that's potential cause for ground for divorce if the person is refusing to change or get treatment. You know,
mm-hmm,
try to work things out, but nobody should be abused or mistreated in a relationship. A relationship should add value to the life, not bring chaos into it. So if you're unhappy or anything like that, then if talk to them. If it doesn't work out, then you need to end the relationship. You should never allow anybody to abuse or mistreat you in life.
mm.
I
You know,
know, I
I
know.
also want I also want to know if like what is the how does it affect for our Westerners if a country like Philippines has no divorce? Like, does it affect also on how he decide to, okay, I will marry in Philippines because there's no divorce? Is there such a thing, kind of,
Well,
decision? Does that
well,
affect your decision?
I think the sad truth is a lot of. a lot of men that go overseas, they don't do the actual research that they need to. So most men don't even know that there's no divorce in the Philippines. And
Mhm.
two, they don't realize that being with a married woman is actually against the law there and can get them in serious trouble. And
Mm.
and in some cases, some people will actually use that you slept with their wife. They'll use that actually to blackmail you to get money from. So you have to be
Mhm.
careful. It's not saying that all people do that, but like I said, there's you have good and bad people. You always have to protect yourself. You have to pick yourself up and become your own hero in your story. You are in
Mhm.
charge of your life. You can't blame other people for the poor choices that you allowed into your life.
Mhm. So yeah, for those who guys, if you prefer to not get a divorce no matter what, okay, you can choose Philippines. How much is I don't know if you have research about it. Do you have any idea how much will be the divorce in Thailand? Because I heard about in US it's about 200 or 300 US dollars for a divorce. That's quite
Um,
cheap.
I'm not exactly sure, but from what little bit I know, it's not very hard or not too expensive. Most people can afford it,
Ah, okay. It's not that expensive.
and and it's not like a divorce in Thailand. It's not like back home in America.
Mm.
I mean, but if I think you still have to provide a certain amount of money to your wife,
Ah,
especially
okay.
I think you have to, if you're at fault, it's more at fault divorce there. If it's like y'all both decided not to, that you no longer don't want to be married, you just go to the local government office and they'll go through the
Mhm.
process. And I think with that, I don't, if two people want to get divorced or there's no proof of anyone at fault, then, you don't really have to pay anything.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
I mean, you have to pay to be divorced, but you don't have to pay alimony and stuff like that.
Ah, there's nothing. Okay.
But it varies. It varies country to country, and I haven't really researched it. I just know what little bit I heard of. So the
Mhm.
information I just provided it might not be accurate. It's best to you can look it
Yeah,
up
yeah.
online.
It
Like
sure is like it does seems like you're not really interested and you're very happy. You know, when you're very happy with your marriage, you don't care to know about all this.
Like if you, I do know if you do get divorced in Thailand, whatever you did
Uh-huh.
get for indifference, or say like your partner passed away, before you can get legally remarried in Thailand, you have to wait a year. So you have to wait a whole year before you can marry again. I do know that, but
Ah,
far as
okay.
anything else, I'm
Okay.
just going by what other people told me.
Mm-hmm. So it's not as crazy as like you have to pay alimony to your ex-wife every month, and will gonna be the percentage. Your property will be, like divided or something. There's no such kind of like a crazy policy with divorce in Thailand.
I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think there's a crazy policy like that.
Because it seems like I don't hear much drama, much
If
drama
you
about divorce.
it, well, the simple thing you can do where you're in the Philippines, Thailand, or other parts of overseas, the simplest thing you can do is get a prenup. And when I say a prenup, I'm not saying that to scare people because some people are afraid that a prenup's not going to be fair. But if you do have a prenup, it has to be fair to your partner. Whether
Ah, okay.
it has to be fair to your partner, but it doesn't mean that they don't take half everything or everything that you own. Because
Yeah, yeah.
you have some people that go overseas, they act stupid, and then they become homeless overseas. I have seen homeless
Yeah,
expats in the Philippines and in Thailand.
that's kind
And
of crazy drama that I always hear regarding divorce in West. That's why I like, oh, that's for being a man that's
that
married,
happened.
like that that could create like a fear to be married then. If they
That
do
hap-
that.
that happens in Thailand and Philippines. People become homeless out there, marriage and stuff. But it's only a small percentage. It's like I tell most of the people, most of the nightmares you hear about overseas is from men, usually from men making poor choices. You know,
Yeah,
they ignore
exactly.
the red
But I
flags.
think it's easy to get homeless when you're in the Philippines, just like Philippines, because for foreigners, it's not easy for them to find a job, or they're not really that. Even the locals don't. I mean,
Like,
there's not such opportunity, and they can't work. Plus, if you're already selling all your properties way back from America, then yeah, you'll be screwed if something bad happened to you in the Philippines.
well,
So there is, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
sure about all the laws in the Philippines, but I do know in Thailand you cannot own land in
Also
Thailand.
there.
So this house here is not mine; it's my wife's. But my wife
Mm.
already owned this house before we got married.
Uh-huh.
So
That's good.
I live here rent free, other than taking care of the bills,
That's why I
finding
can see
stuff
that
and
you're very
furniture.
happy and comfortable in Thailand. Blessard is asking here. This is a very interesting question. Blessed Abroad is asking, is marrying a woman from Southeast Asia the new status symbol for Western men? Do you agree with that? What can you say about this?
Um, I wouldn't say a status symbol. You have some people that want to marry and have a good partner. Some people marry what I call a trophy wife that they want to put up on a pedestal.
Ah,
So,
yeah.
so talking about talking about that, I think those type of men, yeah, there are men that will marry women and put them up on a pedestal and worship them and show them off and brag to other people and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But you know, a woman that you put on a pedestal and a wife that truly makes you happy is completely different.
Mhm. Is marrying a woman. I think maybe somehow it could be because I mean, it's not even an
It,
easy.
it can be. It just depends on the man
Yeah,
and the woman.
I think I think.
It's like you take like Donald Trump and all these rich people over in America. They married these young, more beautiful women and stuff like that. To them, it's more of a
Oh.
status symbol. Somebody to be
Ah,
on the side and somebody that treats them good. But for us, actually, like them doing house cleaning stuff like that,
ah,
they don't do all that. They have people do that for them. So what do they have to offer more than just beauty and maybe what they or what they do in the bedroom? Everybody's relationship's different, so I won't get into all that. But yeah, it's like you take an American woman goes to the store buy a chicken, where like a woman in the Philippines or Thailand live in a village, they'll go out there, kill a chicken, pluck
ah.
it, boil it, cook it. They do
Do
everything.
everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can do everything actually. But maybe I think I'm gonna be biased, but okay, I'm gonna tell you, you guys, if you marry a Southeast Asian women, then probably, yeah, congratulations because you made it. I know even the very first step, that's very hard to get out from your bubble, and you made it. You made it outside from your bubble. That alone is not easy. It's not an easy journey. So yeah, congratulations. You made it, and yeah, you're a good, I mean, you're a person doesn't fear with whatever, you just go through, you're brave, something like that. So yeah, congratulations, you're a real man. Yeah.
To get out your bubble where you might you feel hurt or you uncomfortable, anxious, or anything like that. Whatever the
Mhm.
reason may be, to get out your bubble, you have to step a little bit outside your comfort zone every day. And each
And it's not
day,
easy,
well,
it's not easy.
no, and do
Yeah.
do it in a small amount where you're uncomfortable, but it doesn't make
Mhm.
you go run back inside your bubble. And each day, if you do that, you'll realize every single day you'll go a little bit farther out your bubble, and then for long, you ready to pop
Yeah,
your bubble, ready to
and
pop your bubble and move on to
you never
life.
noticed that you actually did far. You actually already did so far, you know, talking about
Well,
myself. But Graham said there's no alimony in Australia. However, there is a division of assets. Um,
well, divisions of assets is different from alimony, but when you break it down to the most simplest part, somebody winds up paying. Somebody winds up
according
paying.
to Jay Shar, I would like to know those marriage and divorce laws in Thailand. Yeah, it
Well,
seems like they really had a good
well,
fair.
most of the information can be found online. It's like Bruce Davis.
Just like Bruce Davis, I can set Bruce Davis as example. I've known Bruce for a long years here in YouTube, and as far as I know, he has not been to Philippines. Even though he's been in a Philippines community, he has not been to Philippines until last year, and then when he went there in Philippines, he married somebody, and then I think it's three times already. Before a year, before it's even 1 year, Bruce, know that you have fly from U.S. and then Philippines and then back. Wow, that's nice, Bruce. You really did a good job. So for me, I see it as a symbol status. Somebody that can do that without any fear, without any doubt. He do because he can, no fear. So wow, good job, Bruce.
It's it's like
We actually talk about it with Poots, like wow,
I,
yeah, yeah.
I tell a lot of men. I says a true lion doesn't have to roar to let everybody knows that he's king.
Uh,
You can have people that a lion that runs his pride properly. He's gonna lead. He's gonna maintain the balance, and maintain the balance and protect his pride. Where
mhm,
somebody that's younger, they might roar a lot, so they're trying to assert their authority on other people, and
mhm,
usually that's not how a pride works.
mhm. Oh, there's a okay. Still at work. Thank you for offer to. Thank you also still for staying in there in the chat. Oh my gosh, you're actually at work. So
Honestly, Thailand's about as hot as the Philippines. They're roughly about the same. Um,
same. Yeah, I heard about it. How
I
is it
don't.
now? It's also summer. Still summer there.
It's actually raining here. It's actually rainy season here now.
Mhm. So there's another question from IC. Does a trophy wife means their husbands are rich, like only for the rich? Ay,
Well,
Trophy
it's
trophy
I
wife.
say I say trophy wife is usually probably for the rich, in my opinion. And everybody's opinion's different. But like you have the little trophy girlfriends too, and that usually
Mars.
pertains to like the chats. Some women will go over to chats and they'll do just about anything that they want. And then you have
Uh-huh.
other men that they have a nice girl on the arm and they're not a chat, and you can see them.
Uh-huh.
You see like a older gentleman, not attractive, not in good shape, doesn't take care of himself, but yeah, he's got this pretty little young thing
Ah,
on
okay, okay.
his
Doesn't mean
arm.
that
Chances
this man is rich. Doesn't have to be rich.
chances are that's pay for play. Not all cases, but most time it is.
Uh-huh.
But like I said, it's
This is
not.
a good thing. This is good thing for IC. At last, in my opinion, at least in my opinion, for each other's eyes, keep the lust and love all at the same time until both retires. Oh, 'di ba? That's a goal for Adam
Your
for
love
sure.
and lust should be for
Our
your
goal.
partner. Your eyes shouldn't be wandering around, or you shouldn't be chasing other women, flirting with them, and men. Women shouldn't be chasing other men, flirting with other men. Your partner is
Mm-hmm.
your partner. I'm not saying that you can't be nice and have friends, but like when I go out, I don't go out anywhere without my wife. My wife, we do things together.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm alone with another woman, it's because my wife knows them and knows me and knows that I'm going to be loyal. I'm not the cheating type. I never cheated on anyone in my life, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't plan to change anytime soon. You know, and I can't always fault somebody for cheating. There are many different reasons for cheating on it, but still, it's the outcome. The outcome. And I think that's what a lot of people now do. They use their present to destroy their future in life. You know, they don't make good choices.
So I have a question. I have a question, Adam. It's like, if do you believe that love is omnipotent?
Love is only potent.
Omnipotent, not only potent. Omnipotent is like a
I think when two people come together, it's more of you find the other person attractive, you find values, and you find enough values and principles where you get married. And I think at that time it's probably a little bit of love there, but love is something. The longer the relationship lasts, the stronger the love grows. You know,
mm,
but just to think that first love at first sight, I think that's more got to do with you find somebody attractive or more of lusting to a certain
lust.
degree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Lust,
lust.
lust to a certain degree, you know,
Mm.
and some people they might like I explained how I met my wife. She was my housekeeper. I had a stroke, and she took care of me, not expecting anything in return. Like I said,
Yeah,
but
actually, yeah. So yeah, I'm like, because I asked that, because perfect timing, Icy Koi. I was, it's in my mind. So people believing that love is omnipotent. So omnipotent is like, it's a your love is more wider with understanding, because you love that person. you will you will accept him or her of how he is or how she is, no matter what. So if
when
love is
you
omnipotent, then why does polygamy is not allowed?
uh,
Oh my gosh, that's why I was like, wow, perfect timing, Etike, because that's how actually
well,
was I was
everybody's
trying to.
everybody's perspective is different. It's so many different views. A lot of the words and terminologies they don't have their original meaning that they had in the past. So it's hard to say that. It's really hard to
Uh-huh.
define anything now. It's
Uh-huh.
like in America now, supposedly there's like over 500 different types of genders. So if I wanna say that I'm a unicorn, then everybody's okay and call me a unicorn. If
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
you want to believe, that's up to you. But just don't push your beliefs on me, and we'll get along
Uh-huh.
just fine.
Mhm. Yeah, it's really crazy. Oh, Felipe J is still in the chat, lurking like a pussy cat, I mean. Each other's trophy. A husband is a wife's trophy, and then yeah, the wife is also his trophy as well. So, but
Your wife,
I actually don't understand
your,
the idea of trophy wife or what. I don't know how it started. What was the idea about it?
well, I think a trophy wife is more of a woman that's extremely beautiful,
Like
and
a model.
she's supposed to be she's extremely beautiful, but trophy wife in the past means it was a woman that was extremely beautiful and she had value to the relationship. Now it's about a
Mm.
woman just offering her beauty and offering
Mhm.
nothing else of value. But I think in a relationship, a woman should treat a man like a king, and a man should treat a woman like she's his queen. You know, it's you. It takes both of you to run the kingdom together. You know,
Yeah, exactly. It's all about, running the kingdom, how you will lead your kingdom, you're growing your paradise together. Actually, that's how it is.
and
That's a goal.
and you have people saying, "Well, a man should do more things like a woman, and a woman should do more things like a man." It's those indifferences, those differences is what brings people together. And that's what builds a stronger relationship, you know.
Mhm.
Sure,
Mhm.
a woman can, there's a lot of things a woman can do, a man can do, and there's some things a man can do that a woman can do. But what sets that apart is your differences, it's your strengths
Mhm.
and your weaknesses. Not only what you bring, but also your imperfections. If you can't
Mhm.
your partner for the imperfections that they already have, then you shouldn't be with them because you can't go in a relationship expecting things, hoping things to change because people changing is something very difficult to do. It's
Yeah, according to IC, I always wonder why people like to insist their beliefs. Any thoughts? And why do these people think? How do they think? And then Jayshar is asking polygamy in Thailand. What province was that again? He's interested with polygamy, Adam. So you must let him know what
in
province is that.
in the more southern parts
Oh
of
wow,
Thailand,
Thailand is very diverse.
but I think that's more for the Thai people. I'm not sure if that's got to
Ah,
do with
okay.
interracial relationships. I'm not sure if
For
that has
sure,
anything
there is
to do.
it's like a tribe. They have their own tribe, something
Well,
kind of. Because
well,
in Philippines, also I heard about the maybe, but it's tribe or because we're very
I,
broken
you
region.
know, luck, sadly, I don't know everything,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you
So
know,
I think it will be
I'm not
available. Those
sure.
kind of information will be available internet for sure. So
I'm
yeah,
sure
we
you
will
can look
dig
it
into
up
more.
online.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. J Shar. That's for J Shar. So Graham, it's here. Here he said, I can agree. Lust is an important part of a relationship. However, lust alone is not enough. Care and mutual respect is the glue for a long-lasting bond. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys, Graham, Adam,
You
exactly
have
the kind of husband
it's
material.
it, there's got to be a certain amount of attraction. You know, the man has to be attracted to a woman to a certain degree, and the same applies with a woman being attracted to a man. But that's only
Mhm.
one part of the relationship. It's under it's sharing the same, trying to share the same values, the same
Mhm.
principles and boundaries. The more of
Mhm.
those that you share together, the easier it is to navigate the relationship. It creates less
Exactly.
conflict. Like I said in a previous life, I don't argue with my wife. We get along just fine. Most of the problems that we face is usually because a language barrier, and that's nothing to get angry about, or like people
Mhm.
outside of the relationship, like sometimes family or other people we meet out there. But
Okay. Yeah. There's question from IC. Question for men. Can you choose a wife if you're not attracted physically? Graham saying no. Graham answers right away no. So it must there be attraction. So
and
of
not
course.
in all relationships, it's not about, not every relationship is about attraction. Other qualities, like I think a man can go overseas and not be as attractive, but the other qualities that he brings with him, as long as he's humble and respectful, those qualities can actually make him more attractive to a foreign
Ah,
woman
yeah, yeah.
because he holds those values. You know, you can't always judge a book by its cover. That's why I say chase the heart instead of beauty, or chase the heart instead of looking for the most handsome man out there. You know, the heart is what's going to make a relationship last over the time. That's what's
Yeah,
going to
exactly. I do agree with that.
that's
Yeah,
what's
yeah, yeah.
going to withstand the storms in your life together.
Exactly. Graham said guapo. You know, for women, if it's guapo, they get attracted. But to me, I really don't find. If I see, I don't know, because for me, being guapo, it's very subjective. It depends on a person's preference. So, but then I do agree with you also, Adam. It's like it, I don't. It's so difficult to choose a person based on how he is physically. But okay, for me, I'll be biased. I at least he's somebody that's uh taller, taller than me, although I'm not tall, but somebody like, as a woman,
Well,
that's how I feel like a man should be. But then yeah, of course, it's actually how he is by the heart. Exactly. That's one is the most permanent thing, because physically, the physical aspect could be deceiving, it could fade or what. It's not something for me also. I do agree with that.
yeah. Um, like I said, with every relationship, it you have to come together, but do not ignore, never ignore the red flags, hoping things will become better. Because usually,
Mhm.
after you get married, they usually become worse. Um, Now, if you out just dating, going out there holidaying, or like some of these passport bros to go over there holiday, pick up girls for weekend or short term holiday, and then they go back to the whole country. If that's what they want to do, that's what the man and the woman wants to do overseas. That's their business, long as it doesn't harm one another. You know, it, a lot of those relationships you see on YouTube where you see men come over short term vacation and got all these hot different girls on his arm. That's usually what I call pay for play. That's they not they're not in a
Faithful play.
that's not a true relationship. And yeah, no matter where you live in the world, you can you have you have people that where you're a man or woman, they pay for play. They
Hmm.
they do that, you know.
That's a I
But
think that's a little bit of you're just playing with, it's not. Oh my gosh, I've seen a lot of kind of like that in relationship, like they don't
that's
they choose not to meet. Okay, they go to hotel doing a digital love making. It seems to me it's not something very satisfying to do. It's just a waste of money. I need something physical. Do something
yeah.
physical.
I'm I'll never. Well, I say this: all relationships cost you money. But I never pay for play for a woman to
Mm,
do bedroom favors for money. I never done anything like that. But to a
mhm,
certain degree, every relationship is transactional in a way, with its money, giving
mhm,
time, energy, sharing the things that you own with your partner. That's why I say when you choose somebody, learn to invest your money wisely. Because when you enter a relationship, when it becomes long term or become marriage, it's an investment. So, like any investments, you want to make the best choice that you possibly can.
mhm.
Uh, uh,
Pay for play prostitution according to Bruce. See, I'm very innocent to this. According to Bruce, holiday girlfriend, if that is what you want, then okay, myself, I'm happy with my beautiful wife. Yeah, congratulations with you, Bruce. You
and
found the
I agree
line.
with you. I'm happily married in Thailand, and
See? That's an
I plan.
investment emotionally. As long as you found the person that's giving you the peace of mind, not the one who's making your world crazy. For Graham, I know a Filipino always saying his asawa was ugly. I asked him how he has 16 children. He answered in one word, red horse. Oy. You know red horse?
Yeah,
Graham, is that you, Graham?
red red
Is that is
horses
that you, Graham? I know you love red horse though.
red horses like Chang and Leo in Thailand.
Ah, okay.
Beer,
It's equal.
beer.
Yeah, why do guys is it true that you only do you drink Adam before you get stroke? Is it true that you only see your wife as beautiful when you got a little bit tipsy?
Um,
Ah, palo-palo
for
green.
me, for me, I have drunk, and I just drink to be
Yeah, how did you
sociable.
see your
But
wife then?
I never been drunk in my life. Like right now,
Oh, okay.
I have a couple beers in there in my
Mhm,
fridge.
mhm.
And when I drink a beer, it's usually because I'm high or somebody comes over and I offer it, and I
Yeah, yeah.
drink one to be sociable. But if they want me to drink a whole lot, I tell them I take medications. I shouldn't be drinking in the first place. It's not good
Mhm,
for me. Um, but
mhm.
it is true. When you see a woman, the more you drink, the more beautiful she becomes. But
Okay.
the only problem with that is if you drink too much and you take them back to your bedroom, there's not going to be any fun time there. Especially if
After you're sober.
especially if you passed out drunk. And if you do that overseas and you pay for play, that can wind up with you losing your passport, all the money in your wallet, your
Oh,
ATM
good
card,
luck, good luck.
everything. And I'm
Uh-huh.
not saying all would do that, but there have been cases of
Mhm.
that happen. You have people that go over to Colombia. They go date a girl, think they're gonna take them back to the bedroom, think they're gonna get lucky, and then the next thing they know, they wake up and they're missing the kidney. And
Uy.
you can actually look that up online. That's actually happened multiple times over there. They'll
Uh,
take out take organs.
Jay Shah said, "Well, I look at the soul of a person so I can love and be with just anyone in reality." So, according to IC, drink too much, your PP goes soft. Yeah, they said
Yeah,
like it can go soft. It can affect your
that's why I said you won't get lucky back in the bedroom if you're too drunk. That was just a nice
mm.
way of putting it.
Thou shall not drink. But how? How? Like
Oh,
according to Graham, his friend has 16 children and he drinks Red Horse. So that's that's maybe very subjective
can you
if
imagine a
situation.
man or woman gets drunk and they take somebody back to the bedroom because they think they're the hottest guy they ever met, or oh, that girl's very sexy, and then they wake up, turn around, look over in the bed, and they're like, ah, like it's
Regrets,
scary. Or even
regrets
that,
the next day.
either that, or you wake up with the same sex part. You wake up somebody is the same sex as you, like
Hala.
like a lady boy, or you have women in some countries. The women will actually dress up and pretend that they're men, will act like they're men. And, that's
Icy
finally
said, Adam is nice, meanwhile Icy is not nice. You're that's funny though. I must be an alien then. Oh, G Shar. It doesn't work like that to J Shar. It's
how
different.
can how can
Also, Graham's friend.
how can I say I'm nice until it comes a time that I don't that I have to not be nice. In other words, I'm nice and respectful to everybody, but I'm not gonna let somebody abuse or mistreat me. Matter of fact,
Mm,
you can get by more by mistreating me than somebody that I care about,
mm.
family, friends, even animals. Um, we had a guy. The dog's name was Choti. The guy got drunk and he got took a machete to the dog, and the dog couldn't walk no
Oh.
more. So we brought him back to our house and we took care of him. Even built him a little doggy wheelchair where he can scoot around until he passed away. But that man made me so mad. I actually went after him. But the only thing kept me from going to jail is he was already put in prison, and they gave him 5 years in prison for doing that.
Mm.
That actually made me not. That actually made me mad. Man got drunk and took a machete to a dog. If he'll
Uy.
do that, I don't condone stuff like that. It'll get me in trouble.
Yeah, don't live your life. Blizzard said opposite effect on me. I can't finish when drinking. Which one you can't finish? The drinking or what? Bless. Okay, what is next? So what do you think change or do you have any like positive changes when you started living in Thailand compared to how you are in when you was living in US?
And my wife wants to give me food. Um,
Uh See? That's the status symbol.
I guess here and
You have
think
somebody instantly who really cares for you. Yeah,
yes.
it's already 3.5 hours already, Graham. Wow. I really enjoyed the conversation with Adam, He's chill.
Well,
I learned a lot.
I think a lot of things like I say, when I first came to Thailand, I kind of came here to peacefully fade away. But instead,
Mm,
I found I was blessed with a new beginning. Thailand and the Philippines has a lot of things are values that I consider lost in America. You know, and for somebody to really truly understand that, they have to go overseas and experience that for themselves. But you can't go overseas with bringing the same old problems with you, the same old bad habits, because you're gonna make the same bad choices. You have to work on yourself and do your research and learn as much as about the culture and the local people as you can and grow. Fly under the radar, stay out of trouble,
exactly.
and like that. If you know, I say Thailand and Philippines are both called the land of smiles for
Oh,
good.
also.
Both countries call themselves the land of smiles. So,
Actually, we do smile also a lot. And it's nice to know that Thailand as well.
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
they talk about, like, I think Philippines has something similar, but in Thailand they call it saving face.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Thais will tell what I call like little white lies, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
feel embarrassed about mistakes or different
Ah.
things they done for themselves and all that. And if it's done in that case, most time I can look it over, overlook
Mm-hmm.
things. And that's like basically saying "might been right," which in Thai means no worries. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's imperfect. People gonna make mistakes. It's just the people that do things with bad intentions. They intentionally know what they're doing, and then they go out there trying to make a profit off somebody's misery, have their own genders, trying to take advantage, abuse people, and stuff like that. That's the only time that I have problems with people. But
Mm-hmm.
you see some people, they try to make little small excuses for themselves, and it's not always the truth.
I think for me the obvious difference with Philippines and Thailand is like in Philippines we are still in the a little bit conservative with regards to sexuality because of religion kind of stuff. Because
uh,
at least in Thailand they're open minded about like changing they even have the like they can change their face or how they look, you know like their sexuality is much more welcome. People are more open-minded about that kind of stuff. Meanwhile in Philippines we still have that kind of very very 50-50. We still have
I,
that people who wasn't really into
I
it.
think the Philippines is a little more conservative than Thailand, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
But
that's
that's my own opinion. But like
exactly also to me.
But that's the other thing I tell a lot of people. Too many people in life now wear too many different masks in life because they're afraid to show their true selves to people, whether
Mm,
it's insecurity, anxiety, or they're afraid
mm,
people will make fun of them, judge them, and
mhm,
stuff like that. I think
mhm.
everybody has a right to be happy in life without people sitting there judging them. And that's the one of the biggest problems. A lot of people are Because one person done a bad thing or a person does a good thing, they naturally categorize a whole race of a country in one group of people. They go, all Thais are like this, all Americans are like this, all Islamic nations is like this, blah, 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 blah. No, everybody is different, you know.
Mhm. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
they talk about
Richard
like in
said he's looking forward to Thailand. Oh, nice. We're actually also looking forward to Thailand because of their mountains, foods. Also,
the
we want to
mountain
also experience Thailand.
in Thailand also
Who
has a
knows?
bunch of beautiful beaches as well. Like
Yeah, I think they're the same. I think Philippines and Thailand has the same, you know, bodies of
well,
water.
Thailand has beautiful beaches, but I think since the Philippines is more islands, they have more
Yeah, yeah,
beautiful
that's
beaches overall. They have more places you can go. Like most Filipinos are no more than what about an hour or two away from a beach
mhm.
or the ocean sea.
Okay, this is from Graham. A good point, Adam. A man will take his baggage wherever he travels. Running away does nothing. Some don't get it. Mm.
I tell people when they learning to fly, they have to let go of the things that are weighing them down in life. You
Thank you,
know,
Bruce.
if
Hmm.
you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna fly in life, you have to let go of the things that are weighing you down in life.
Hmm.
And not every path is clear cut and dry. It's gonna have its obstacles. It's gonna have its little side paths where it might be
Yeah,
clear and there might be a nice, pretty treasure waiting there for you. It says, if you just go this way right here and open this up, you're going to get this nice, beautiful treasure, loot,
yeah, yeah.
reward. And then as soon as you get up to it, there's a little trap there and you just drop down and you pit of despair. Life is never going to be easy. No matter
Hmm.
what path you choose, it's always going to be obstacles and challenges that you must face. And every person when they walk that path, the circumstance is going to be different because not everybody's
Hmm.
going to make the same choices.
Hello, by the way, to Jog FL promoter. Hello, welcome to the live chat. I like that saying, Adam. So Bruce has a friend lives in Bangkok. I think that's the thing when you're a person that's when you go to a place, you can even though you have baggage, but your mind is also very open that this place is different, then somehow I should adapt, or like researching, I will be more open with people, and then that's how you will also learn, and like like Adam, you said like you still learning, in life, so that's good.
Life, throughout life, is always a learning process. You know,
Yeah, it's a learning process. It's our mindset, it matters, especially when you have traveled. It helps. In my experience, like how since I got here, my mind has also opened, like it's also opened a lot. So I mean, it's there's a certain kind of thing, like it's not about me, the world is not just about me. It's always you have to consider the people, your environment, or whatever. Yeah, there's some kind of certain realizations in life.
well, I
That is
think,
why I don't understand with people that's in the community that trying to hurt other people. I don't understand, like, what is your purpose in life? So
well, those people usually hurt others because they're hurting themselves in life. They have their own problems. They
yeah.
haven't fixed. They haven't tried to work on their problems. They always blame other people for the problems in life instead of fixing their problems. Um, some people or have mental problems that cause them to hurt other people. Some people are drug addicts, alcoholics,
Mhm.
and some people just not nice people. You know,
Yeah, not just not nice. I don't understand. Maybe
some
I think
some
that's how
people.
sometimes I feel like, okay, you're not being nice to somebody. I think there's a problem in you, and okay, like as a person that knows that, like I know myself that I'm all right. why would be affected, so I will just understand you. Like if that's how your mindset is going, that's how your mindset is running, okay, just do you. But I just want to let you know that it can't really affect me. So basically, you're just wasting your time, so
Your mindset is what's decides whether you thrive in life or not,
mhm,
whether you're
mhm.
happy or not. Your mindset is the main thing
It's all
there. Your
about
mind,
starts with
body,
mindset.
and soul. You know.
Ah, this is perfect with Icy. She said earlier, it's our mindset. It matters. It's our mindset that matters. I will always advocate to encourage people to travel when given a chance, but once you do, be open, not open legs, but open mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Bruce said, Adam, right. Don't matter how old you are, everyone. I learn every day in the Philippines. And Graham said most of the haters are closed minded. Many of them have never traveled, so their experience is limited. Exactly, Graham. And it's so sad, really. I think that is why, like Bruce, I like the way that Bruce has been traveling back and forth, because that's something, Bruce. Yeah,
You
I
have,
I see. Agree. Once you get chance traveling, you will enjoy whatever place you go.
and
It
I
it
agree.
it really opens your mind somehow.
You have to be open minded and think outside the box. You
Nakururu. Mhm.
have to be open minded and think outside the box. You know,
Mhm.
and because certain people, somebody doesn't agree with me, somebody wants to label me, go right ahead.
Mhm.
I'm going to do. I I simply try to enjoy the best life I can. I don't conform to what society expects me to do. I'm not a I'm not an NBC robot or a
Mhm.
sheep has that
Yeah.
I follow everybody else. I follow the path that makes me happy in life, and that's
Mhm.
very hard to do. And a lot of people are just chained down, whether if it's their past, inflation,
Yeah.
their country, all that. It's many different types of chains out there where all the best you can do is just chip at it every day until you can set yourself free. And
Yeah, yeah. It's for me, it feels like you're inside of a balloon. It feels like you're inside of too much pressure. It makes you crazy. So try to get out of your bubble, Be happy, explore, o 'di ba? So,
it's
oh my gosh, what time is it now there, Adam? Oh my
eight
gosh, it's
twenty
so nice
p.m.
talking.
8:20 p.m.
Ah, yeah, you just have your food. I let you have your food now. So you should enjoy your food, and I really am so grateful because you joined in my panel.
Okay,
And yeah.
I just say one more thing and then I say goodbye. Everybody has
Yes.
everybody has two wolves in their heart. One is good,
Mhm.
one is bad. So which one wins? The one that wins is the one that you feed.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Our own
So
path.
everybody take care and goodbye.
Thank you so much, Adam, for spreading good vibes and sharing your thoughts and opinions with matters like, especially about Thailand. You made Jay Shar open about the bucket lists. Thailand is one of these bucket lists now.
Well,
So,
hopefully I add value to the life. And like I said, everybody has different opinions and all that. And
mm,
I'm not gonna shame somebody for having a different opinion with that. And I'd like to thank all of y'all. I appreciate
mm.
everybody. That's
And
that's
we really appreciate you as well. You come here with, all maturity, open minded, and everything. So no matter what we have, like maybe there's some certain topics or opinions that doesn't align with yours or people in the chat. But yeah, we are so much different with our opinion. So nothing is always, no, nothing is always perfect, naman. So
I
It's
can
just that.
talk about just I can talk about just about any topic, long as it's kept it done in a respectful way, because
Mhm,
some people you see like some people in the chat that get out and they're trolling, they get talk
mhm,
real sexual,
mhm,
perverted, trolling keyboard warriors, or they trying to create a big debate
mhm.
over things, take a molehill and turn it into a mountain.
Yeah,
But
true. So,
but we keep talking. I think you want to end, so I won't keep doing that. But everyone, enjoy the rest of your day and take care.
you also you enjoy your dinner, Adam, and see you
Oh,
also around, huh? Because I know you're also going to Wishy. So it was nice talking to you last Monday, and now thank you so much because you're here. So I hope you know that you're always welcome. So tomorrow, actually, also I see same time, almost same times. You also do live stream Thursday and Saturday, and the Blizzard. What time is it? Blizzard. So I think Philippines and Thailand are the same time zone, 'di ba? I think I'm not sure.
well, if if they put their links in the comments, or you put their links in the comments, I will
I
subscribe to the channel. And if I have time, I try to
yeah, I
join.
will put the
I'm
link.
not saying I would join in live, but I'll subscribe, watch the videos, and comment on them.
Especially that Blizzard abroad. He also has a good topic about like how it is being a foreigner. They also have a very nice topic that they're very smart men that I can't get along because I'm not that smart like them. Joke
Like
lang.
my intentions in life, or if I don't start my own channel, my
Uh-huh.
intention is helping people. I'm I'm not rich, but I don't have to worry about money. So
Yeah.
my goal is to help people. If it, that
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
all the reward I need. But bye bye.
We don't need really to be rich to be friends for everyone. We just need to be us, quite friendly, good vibes, whatever. I mean, what what money? We don't need money here to be here.
I
So
think that
thank you so much, YouTube, for bringing everyone
rich is
for free.
found in life, true life with your family, your friends, and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Money
yeah,
is
yeah.
nice. Money is nice, but it
Money is a
doesn't buy
tool.
happiness.
Hmm.
Money is
It's a
just a
tool for
tool.
temporary happiness.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Adam, and also people in the chat. Thank you so much for being so nice to our panel guests. And dang, it was a nice discussion. See, I really learned a lot from Adam. And Adam, I hope you will enjoy your dinner. And it's a nice discussion indeed, guys. Everyone here in the chat agree. I'm rich in personality. Who else here is rich in fat? But you guys, yeah, I will just pin the link. No, I will just paste the link here in after this live stream of the Blizzard IC and people that has a channel that you can have a chit chat like this. Oh my gosh. So
And
and that's it. Yeah.
like I said before, I pretty much can talk about any topic long as it's kept respectful.
Uh-huh.
It don't go in a bad direction.
Yeah.
But
Well, doesn't make sense really. It's just a waste of time if we just choose the bad direction of negativity of whatever,
if it's
so
if it's not the purpose of help lifting people up, then
yeah, yeah.
I don't really want to talk about it.
Hmm.
But bye bye.
Thank you so much, Adam. Salute. So, oi, Felipe is also here. Thank you so much, Felipe, for staying. Meanwhile, I just want to say thank you to because I've been almost 4 hours na guys for been live streaming. So I think this is gonna be one of the longest recently. And thank you so much, Adam. Although I didn't do a scheduled live stream, and I'm so grateful because Adam is here. So of course, oh la la, sometimes I'm too naughty for my own good though. Is that a problem? Same here, Jay. I don't mind to help. Same here, Jay. I don't mind to help my friends. It's nice, naughty, just friendly. Adam with the wisdom. Oh, diba? Oh, that's nice. That's a nice name, Jay Shar. I heard that from a Prince song. Rich in personality. Oy. This is from. So, dang, I feel like my stomach is tightening again. But it's been a long time, guys. So it's already 27 minutes past 3 p.m. and I need to end the live stream now because, oh my gosh, we have a visitor today and I need to prepare the house. Although I've been preparing yesterday, but yeah, I need to make sure that everything is in is in arrange, is sorted. So take care. Yeah, also you enjoy your dinner, Adam. So this is Adam, guys, the expat living overseas. And he is definitely, I can say, a wise man. And to all of you guys here right now, thank you for being a man. That's what it does to a person. If you are this person that who you know your goals or values in life, that the internet cannot, you know your purpose. You know your purpose, why you're here. So I hope there's more like this, Adam and everyone. So we've added another good friend, good man in our community. So thank you so much, everyone. And I know it's late out there right now in Australia, and it's morning, and a lot of our friends in US are also working. I'm sorry if I've distracted your time, guys. And also in Philippines, probably you're eating dinner already done or what? You're already relaxing. So thank you so much. Take care, Miss Manny, everyone. Have a good day. Good night. Thank you also, Bruce. Enjoy your day there. And Ryan, thank you so much for the super sticker always. And Icy and Bruce Davis. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you will enjoy your weekend and see you again tomorrow. Blizzard, Abroad, Felipe, they all do have a live stream. And I see as well. Wishy, of course. I hope Wishy will go back, will come back live streaming. I know for sure that you already missed her. So for Adam, again, thank you. And I will just paste your comment the channel links of our friends that you can also time to time visit them. So it's nice knowing you, Adam, and also friend. I see my bedtime what towards. Sorry, Felipe. Yeah, I need to end now. So sorry. Thank you so much, guys. See you on the next one. Bye. Wait lang. Of course, we should not forget this one. Keep being awesome. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye. 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 Ano ba talaga?
Whoops. Ah, much better.